What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the SmackDown review video, Go Home Edition show. It's the 24 hours before the Elimination Chamber, one final pay-per-view before the showcase of the Immortals, which is WrestleMania. And we're going to see what exactly went down tonight. SmackDown, and actually, like, out of the ordinary, like, this is probably the best SmackDown, like, since Road Dogs went back in creative for the show. Like, because even though they kind of made some changes, maybe it was for the best, but at the same time, it would have been good if LA Knight could have gotten a shot at the United States Championship. But instead, they did like a little tournament, like which we saw who's going to be the next number one contender. Like did like 3 singles matches, and whoever wins those matches gets to face in the main event in the triple threat, which we saw who was going to be, who was in the triple threat and who won that as well. Yeah, like I said, of course. And also we saw who was the mystery challenger for Chelsea Green's Women's United States Championship, but it was not but it was instead Chelsea Green found her when she was already in the ring. But anyways, we got some more teasers about Cody Rhodes selling the soul or not for tomorrow to The Rock. And we also got some. We got the, I guess you could say, some little thriller and little appetizer of who could possibly teasers, like who could attack Jade Cargill from a couple months ago, like between a 6-woman tag match between it was Bayley and Bianca Belair and Naomi against Liv Morgan and Raquel and Roxanne Perez. That was good as well, which I'll say perhaps it might have been the silver trophy of the night. But anyways, even though we got some outside interference that was probably a bit controversial, like even though it was telling stories, including one of the qualifier matches for the triple threat number one contenders match in the main event. But we're gonna obviously I'm gonna let them slide for now, even though it's gonna get like the one that was in the number one contenders match is gonna definitely get the bad review of the night, I guess you could say. But starting things off, we got a little vignette from last week where it showed Cody Rhodes could with The Rock giving an offer that Cody may not refuse. But this is where we got a very special introduction by Lillian Garcia to the hometown hero of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And that was the legendary Trish Stratus that was wearing a very awesome blue, a very awesome blue Maple Leafs jersey on, which it said Trish in the back of her jersey, which that's pretty cool when you have a custom-made version of your favorite sports team jersey, like if it's custom to your name, like if you're already generally a famous celebrity or some kind of a superstar in some shape or form. But this is where fans start chanting their name. This is where Trish Stratus like, I know, is it the jersey? I'm like, well, not only just that, because there's still some, I'll say, guys that are starts with the letter P, and this is where the fans are like, thank you, Trish, for the Maple Leafs jersey. Like this is where she was like, and this is where it's like Trish Stratus is in our home city, right, with you guys, my lovely people, and just and can't you believe I will be competing in the other building tomorrow? And this is where fans start cheering, yeah, we cannot believe that. That's where Trish Stratus and this is where the Trish Stratus said we got some friends that was in attendance. That's why this is where she told this young female fan saying she her dad used to have a poster of her when he was about her age, yeah. And then this is where then she was like yeah, he told me all about that. This is where then they started cracking up, started laughing. It is where Trisha was I got heels on, so I'm not trying to crawl here. But she was but speaking of generational impact, tomorrow, when I do wrestle at the Rogers Center, and and my team with reigning defending women's champion against Nia and cancellation. Like it'll be the very first time that my and then not only this is my not only this is the first time in a while and even in while like since I compete in the ring, but it's also be the first time that my kids will see me live in attendance. Which he pointed at Max and Maddie, which is their son and daughter, like that was sitting in the bottom right side in the audience. This is where Trish Stratus then continued on her promos. Like I'll be back here to celebrate my 25th anniversary here with 2025 to mix it up like with the next generation like of talent, and it's very extremely incredible to me. Like and let me to bring her out here because y'all all want to see her. I want to definitely want to see her like in like in and God, like I'm very beyond to be excited to team it up with someone who's been like the women's division by storm, like and leading it to the next better level. And then this is where then she's like, ladies and gentlemen, let me proud you to introduce like your current WWE Women's Champion. Tiffany Stratton, and this is where then she came out there, like with a custom Maple Leafs jersey of her own, even though she's from Minnesota. Like, but since they were in Toronto, then she wanted to show some little bit of respect and also some support of the sports team by wearing the hockey team's Maple Leaf jersey. But it was her custom Tiffany name was in the back of this jersey, which I bet it cost a lot of money to get it designed. But this is where then we got Trish Stratus went on the microphone as soon as Tiffany got in the ring. She was like, I want to ask you a question, Tiff. Like, what time is it? Fans start shouting, "It's Tiffy time!" And that's where then Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus then put their names hybrid together. Like, since it starts with the letter T, it wouldn't sound too different to one another. Like, and it's where they said it's Triffy time, which that should sound like a new tag team name if they were going as a tag team. But this is going to be a one-off, considering this is like just to help get Tiffany Stratton over as a top baby face and to bring in Trish Stratus to a match in some capacity in her home country and her hometown as well, like in this elimination chamber contest. But I'm not contest, not the match, but like the tag team match. But it's where then and that's where they said like it's also Tiffy time as well that they shouted with them having their Tiffy and Trish shirts. Like this where and it's where that she was very glad that they were wearing these custom made jerseys with one another. And it is where it's like I will show you some more. Like, how about we show these people in Toronto so well? That's where then they took the jerseys off, which we had. Trish Stratus had an undershirt, but Tiffany Stratton had her ring gear sports bra, I guess you could call on, which I guess that's a reference to those. I guess you say those. I'm gonna say this once, and hopefully I don't sound offensive, but these horny, pervy fans that used to be young, but now they're probably old, probably almost like Master Roshi's age from Dragon Ball Z. But anyways, this is where then we got Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus to throw their shirts right onto the bottom corner in the turbo. This is where it's like they're like we are so insane right about now. This is where it's like, yeah, it's like we've been teaming together. The Trish Stratus, like like saying like you like if y'all been training at the gym and perhaps some yoga, and this is where the Tiffany Stratus. That's why we're gonna be beating Nia and Candice LeRae. And me personally, I'll say that could be an accurate statement. And in Trish's hometown of Toronto, which what's her name? Clarified. What's the name? Trish Stratus clarified that it will be in her hometown, which is they are standing in. Like, and it's where then Chelsea, of all people, and came out here. It was none other than Chelsea Green, the current WWE Women's United States Champion, which you can hear her theme song say, "It's Chelsea Green" with her saying the theme. This is where Chelsea Green like Toronto, Trish, Tiffy. You know who the hell I am with Piper Niven dressing up like a what's that, a Canadian Mountie, which I understand what was the reason why. Well, I kind of do because that's what basically what the guards are like in the border, like in Canada, are like Mounties, and they wear that red leather dress shirt along with those leather black pants, like with that hat that Like if it was anybody other than the Mounties, that would look very ridiculously hilarious, which that was the case right here. But I'm gonna give it the silver trophy of the night, I guess you could say. But this is where we got Chelsea Green. And this is where the Chelsea Green. I'm the one that deserves the airtime because I'm the current United States Women's Champion here. This is where fans are chanting Chelsea, which this is which is only just a matter of time for her to turn babyface because she's been doing some very incredible work, like in a positive way, in a compliment way, like of being the Women's United States Champion. But this is where then we got this was and like Austin Matthews, like I am the best thing. I'm the best one to step foot in the Scotiabank Arena, Trish. And this is what Trish like, okay, fair enough. And this is what she's like unlike Austin Matthews as well, I actually win, especially when it comes to championship gold. This is where Trish Stratus did not like her arrogant heel statement and this is where she started booing like boo. Like you didn't have to go that far, like or say it like that. This is where we got Chelsea Green that was like, yeah, you see, Trishy, like the minute like that I left this dump, like in Toronto or anywhere or overall in Canada, just where she's like everything went all good and better for me. Like I even became the Women's United States Champion. Like if I'm American, and she said, and she like I would honor to represent the people of America, trying to get some heel heat in Canada, of course, classic heel style, especially when they're outside of the U.S. Like, why don't you go ask the Heartbreak Kid that question? Like, when the last time he was in Canada is a in-ring fully active pro wrestler. But this is where Chelsea Green was yeah, but guess what? Like Tiffy and Trishy, like all right, like. You know, like, you know what? The people are better in America, honey. And this is where she starts sounding like that guy that's full of salt and vinegar, I guess you could say. Like that when he was the American champion over at the other company when he turned the international title into the American exclusive belt. But this is where Tiffany Stratton like you don't sure as hell don't represent me, including the state of Minnesota as well. This is where This is where Chelsea Green's did I say I represent the losers that's from the U.S.? No, not exactly what I said. This is where the Trish was hey, like don't say that to her like that. This is where Chelsea Green's like it's not none of y'all's time. It's my time. Like you know, and I sure as hell don't need my mommy to dress them. And this was when she said that, she put that Trish Stratus. That's where Piper's like, oh, along with the fans. That's where Tiffany Stratus like, since you all special now, like, why don't you show who the real center of the universe and let's all have a match right here tonight. And I guess that it was I'm not sure if this was for the championship or not. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I hope I didn't do no false advertisement. But they did, they fought in the match. But it's where Chelsea Green was like, you know what? Like, I have a better idea. Like, how about I'm not gonna do this match tonight. Like, I have other things to do. I gotta go. But it's where Trish Stratus like, no way. Like, but the thing is, I think, first of all, I think it's a great idea. And second of all, didn't you promise to defend that U.S. title tonight here on in the time? And I also think Toronto thinks it's also a good idea. Do like it's our fans like hell yes. He was like, and if Nicholas the Ridiculous is a great idea, maybe you should send out a referee right here, right now. This is where then we got Chelsea Green start begging down her knees, on the ropes rather than on the canvas, saying, Nicholas, like, I don't think you're ridiculous. Like, please don't send a referee. Like, her basically begging and pleading and apologizing for ever calling him ridiculous, even though it's a good ring to his name. But anyways, yeah, this is where then we got a referee come out where they're screaming, no! It's right now, die with laughter. But even though, this was extremely funny, it doesn't beat the golden trophy of the night, which I'm going to point out, later on in the night. But it does get a silver trophy of the night with this very funny segment, and she's getting so over. Hopefully she does, eventually turns babyface and have a very phenomenal one as Women's United States champion in that role. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's get to the match with Chelsea Green to start going for a headlock once the match started, like after the adverts went off the air, like in the which is the part which is the powerful force in all of pro wrestling. Is what she got into the to this like a chin headlock, but it's where then we got Chelsea Green flipping right over down in the ground. It's where we got the current WWE Women's Champion and ran up right into the Women's United States Championship. It's which started hitting some right hands to the face of the residential care. He also followed up with a couple of clotheslines. This is where fans are like, whoa, why? Like 10 feet. This is where we got Chelsea Green trying to go for a pump kick. Tiffany ducked out of the way, go for a clothesline. Then she shouted to the fans, "It's Tiffany time." Once Chelsea went right into the upper left side, this is where she goes for a cartwheel backflip into an elbow drop. This is where we got Tiffany Stratton then try to go for a double A spine buster. This is where we got for a pin, but this is where we got Chelsea Green then go for a kick out at 2.6, if I'm mistaken. This is where then we got Tiffany Stratton and then picks up Chelsea. This is where she got her like into a spinning Alabama slam maneuver, but this is where it ends up getting countered with where Tiffany Stratton getting hit with a sunset flip. This is where then we got Tiffany anyway, she go for a double foot stomp, but somehow, what's her name? Chelsea Green somehow dodges out of the way, hits with a Rough Rider. Like, I wonder who used to do that maneuver, which could be somebody that has a relation to Chelsea. But it's where Chelsea Green's like, no, like, how that's not a 3? And this is where the referee's like, well, she kicked out like right in the mid of me on my way to going to 3. This is where Chelsea Green's like, all right, like no matter, like I'm gonna go my finisher because her MP meter then went up to her. Going for her finisher. This is what she's trying to go for. This is where she gets intercepted with Tiffany Stratton in her signature move, that Minnesota plunge, was it? And then followed up with a double missile drop kick, double stomp right into the ground, right into the right side. Is where Tiffany Stratton was considering going to do the springboard moonsault. But it's where then we got Piper Niven then this is where Piper Niven tried to move out Chelsea Green out of the way, which was successful at first until what's her name? Trish Stratus came in and evened the odds for Tiffy by giving a beating that Piper Niven's definitely not going to forget. But it's where then once she did that is where Tiffy then went right up on the top rope in the upper right corner side, hits the prettiest swanton that any wrestling fan or enthusiast or wrestlers ever seen in the business. Like with her just diving on both Piper and Chelsea, which was very impressive. But once Tiffy tried to get back in the ring, tried to do a guaranteed prettiest moonsault, this is where we only saw this is where we saw the meddling duo that's been under the skin of Trish and Tiffy like lately, and that was Candice LeRae and Nia Jax just attacking both attacking Trish, and then it's where Candice LeRae was like, no, this is where Tiffany Stratton was like, oh no, you don't, like not to my idol. This is where then Nia Jax like, like you want to bet this is where she drags her out of the ring, throws her right into what's her name out on the announce table with the referee call for the bell, like because this was a disqualification match and she attacked the one of the wrestlers that was in the match, like intentionally, of course, like but. It's got her the DQ win. This is where Nia Jax and Candice LeRae started double teaming on poor Trish Stratus. This is where Tiffany Stratton tried to come in. That's where then she was kind of too late because Nia Jax came, grabbed her, hit her with a headbutt when what's her name? When she tried to come in the ring, but before that all happened, when she got in the ring, she kind of botched from trying to save Candice. But this is where Nia Jax tried to come in, hits the Annihilator, but this is where Tiffany Stratton then go for an attack of Candice LeRae. This is where we got Nia Jax to try to stop her, but this is where Tiffany Stratton hits a big old right forearm, but this is where Nia Jax bark at Candice LeRae to take her to the other side where Trish Stratus is at the upper right corner. They try to go for the Annihilator, but luckily Trish Stratus got back up, which she was left unattended. This is where she to bring her to fight like that Nia needed. This is where both Tiffy and Tiffy and Trishie did did a little version of a running bulldog, but using what's her name's head. What's her name? Tiffany Stratton, like a little booster with along with Tiffany's arms to lift her up and hit her big drop kick like if it's the ropes, doing a running bulldog to her opponent. But it was the complete opposite. But it's where they struck onto Candice LeRae. This is where Tiffany Stratton tried to go for the prettiest moonsault, which is a little teaser like that they are going to be winning, because like if they weren't going to be winning, then Tiffany Stratton would have perfectly done that. And this is where then Tiffy and Trishie was like, get back in the ring. This is where Nia was like, no, we're not. Like, we're going to wait until the next 24 hours. This is where then what's her name? Trish Stratus like, Tiffy time is ticking. And this is where then Tiffany Stratton loved the Tiffy pun. And this is where she's like, good one. And this is where this is where we shift through gears with the commentators talking about what's next on for tonight's SmackDown. But like, what are your thoughts on who's going to be winning this match? Let me know in the comments. I was about to say, like, why do they keep having Nia Jax and Kansas Way keep attacking them? Like, they should have had they should have had Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus to be taking them out one of these weeks. Like, and then like we can do some teasers like with them about to hit each other's moves, only for them to get stopped, like whether if it's interrupting them or taking their opponents out of the way, saving the day. That rhymes, so it's absolutely true. But yeah, but then I like the way they put things together. Everything was in perfection, and hopefully that it's the same tomorrow, like when it comes to the match. But this match, as far as this concerns, I'll say bronze trophy maybe, considering the fact that it was nothing like probably too excited. Just the filler match between the two women. And I'll tell you, I'm gonna give this a slide, like for the end of the DQ manner, like for the fact that we're not trying to bury none of these women's champions, like the women's champion herself, Tiffy, and even Chelsea, which she's starting to be in the exact same level as Tiffy, like with her being a fan favorite champion, even though she's still a heel, but I think just give her some time and she could be a face thriving, like just like Tiffany's doing right now. Like just give it that right time, which WWE's still working on. But moving on, we got Nicholas the Ridiculous thing came out there like we got LA Knight believes that he's the number one contender. This is where they finally this is where they start talking about the change of plans. This is where the championship his voice of concerns as well. So tonight I decided to do a 6-man opportunity of a lifetime to leave their cards on the table and create definitive number one contender for tonight's SmackDown. LA Knight will go one-on-one with Santos Escobar, and Carmelo Hayes go with Braun Strowman, and Jacob Fatu take on Andrade. Or no, it was Jacob Fatu, but he said Souls Cola first. But for some reason, Jacob Fatu wanted to do it, which I believe it's a tease of a split, which I'm going to get into in just a moment. But it's where he wished him luck. And that's where they got that's where here's where the Jacob Fatu's like, you know what happened last week between you and me? That was an accident, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this was so cool. Like, yeah, like I know that. Like, sure it was an accident. And this is where he started taking a page out what he said last week, like saying like he wouldn't even be here, like if it wasn't like this is what Jacob Fatu. Besides all that, like I told you, like I heard you qualifying match tonight for the United States title, what about this? Where it's told like, yeah. As a matter of fact, I do. You see what happened last week? Like, made me realize that our family right here, like, we need to make a statement here. Like, that statement here, like, it's gonna start with one of us. Like, that's taking that United States Championship into the bloodline, and then that's why I want you to do it. I do to do it. This is where like I was about to say to Tama, but really saying it to Jacob, like when I'm giving the offer, which this is where he's like, I want you to run and play this, and I want you to represent this family. As a matter of fact, like I want you to bring the United States Championship to this family. And that's where then that match started right here, right now. And let me tell you, it was an instant It was an instant classic, I guess you could say. Like not maybe not like in a main event way, like some in the mid card, like it needed to be. Like even though like some of y'all probably say it's not always fun to see someone like the leader of El Idolo losing, but you gotta admit this is a guy that's on another level, like and literally like with him looking like a main eventer. But the reason why they didn't put him like in a main event like level of angle is because maybe they want to test the why. Like if he can easily could get if he can what they call if he can be in the if he could be in a if he can excuse me, like if he can thrive in the mid card, even if he did not actually be the champion, like he's ready to be fighting in the main event division. But he do get the match. This is where I'm gonna get to the point of it. Like this is where we got. I'm trying to go for a headlock. But he ends up getting thrown by Jacob in the bottom right side. This is where he try to go for a headlock. This is where then we got Jacob Fatu. Then go tip him right to the top corner side. This is where then he dips him right to the bottom. He goes to hit him with a big devastating shoulder tackle, which Andrade was trying to do on his own, but he just couldn't take him down. Here's what Jacob Fatu like. All right, I was splash on you. This is where Andrade's like, oh no, you don't. This way, but let him just bounce with nobody home right into the turnbuckle. This is where he started hitting some knife edge chops. Like, given where the company he used to work for, I think Gunther haven't forgot about him using that chop maneuver there. Like, and he's probably have some few receipts, which he's probably now at the number 12 mark. That's where then we got Andrade hit the forearm strike right on to Jacob Fatu when he got Irish whipped by Jacob right to the upper left side. That's where he went right to the bottom left side and hit the crossbody. This is where Andrade then pull down the ropes. So Jacob Fatu then run through right over the top rope. Andrade go for a crossbody. This is where we got Jacob Fatu. I do guess trying to go for a pop-up powerbomb, but he ends up getting Hurricane Rana by the El Idolo Master. This is where the Andrade was like, knees. This is where the Andrade's like, no, I have a better idea. This is where I believe he took a page out of his wife's playbook for some weird reason, like which. But yes, if he just genuinely want to use this maneuver, he had the flying moonsault, fall right into the bottom right side, which he went right onto the bottom corner of the barricade. This is where fans are chanting "Holy sugar, honey, iced tea." Like, cannot believe that he just hit a moonsault. This is where we got. This is where we got Jacob Fatu start hitting him, whacking the face first right to down with the announce table. Then brought him back in the ring in the headlock. And once this was happening, this is where we saw this is where we had the partial powerful force, and all the professional wrestling came on, which was the commercial break. Picture commercial break. Let me rephrase that. But once they got done with the advert, this is where we got. This is where they showed Andrade was back in the control when he hits a poison rider right onto Jacob. Like this is where it goes for what they call it. This is where then he hits a what they call it, like this is where then we got what happened is where we got to try to hit the poison rana. This is where we start hitting some clotheslines. This is where I was saying, like, yeah, this is definitely getting the golden trophy next to LA Knight taking on Santos Escobar. Like, because yeah, they need to be booking these guys in the mid card, like something to have them fight for. Like if it's not for the WWE title, well, maybe not yet. But we're gonna get into that down the line. But like just have something that's the next best thing, which is the mid card title, which it don't have that much to do. Like, and this is the perfect time to do like some kind of type of ladder match, even if they have a dozen wrestlers in it. Like that would be perfect for them to do at the Showcase of the Immortals that haven't been booked for the biggest event. But this is where we got Andrade. Then ducks out a clothesline from Jacob Fatu, hits a flying elbow drop right into the face, with him going boom forward elbow. This is where he goes for a kip up. Yeah, because he's very athletic, extremely athletic as hell. This is where we got Andrade. Then like knees, and this is where then fans start clapping along with him. This is where what did he hit? I believe he almost hit the double knees. He went right to the bottom left corner side. Then Jacob Fatu then hits him with a flying elbow splash right on to the face, onto on to Andrade. This is where then we got Jacob 5-2 to try to go for the triple dip moonsault, like of the springboard. This is where Andrade tripped him right over. This is where Andrade's like, now's my chance to do the maneuver that I was trying to do, like take care of some unfinished business, because yeah, he's good at that. And also, he did hit the double knees, because you know the rules. Like if it don't work the first attempt, second attempt is going to be was that a guaranteed? This is where we got Andrade then went up right into the top rope, into the bottom right side, trying to go for a moonsault. Was it? This is where we got Andrade hit the double dip moonsault. This is where he goes for the pin. This is where he almost got a 3, but somehow Jacob fought 2 to get the shoulder and legs up at the final second before the referee then put her hand on the mat for the 3 count. But it was at 2.999, 99999999999, double triple nine, and then some of the max of the ninedoms. Like, and this is where then fans are chanting, "This is awesome," which is why he's getting the golden trophy of the award. Like, well, I'll say, I'm gonna let you know that the what's it called the what they call the we're gonna have a platinum trophy tonight, but we're gonna get into that in just a moment. But it's where we got Jacob Fatu, then counters out of a double under suplex Andrade was doing, or a double under spinning neck breaker. This is where he hits a what's that called, a big splash on him, like if he's his uncle Rikishi. This is where we got Jacob then went right into the upper right corner side, hits a run hip attack right onto Andrade. This is where it's another one when he went right back to the diagonal corner and went diagonal down in the bottom left side. Then Jacob then hits the impaling DDT, which I assume that's his signature move. And then he finished him off with his finisher, of course, by hitting the triple springboard dip, the moonsault right off the top and upper left side, splash right onto the Paul Andrade. That's where he goes for a pin, 1, 2, 3, and he gets the dub. And the winner of this match is Jacob Fatu, and he's going to be emerging to the triple threat match in the main event. Who do you thought was going to win this match along with the other two? Let me know down in the comments down below. When like for those that did not know until the last minute, just like your boy SNA here, when Nicholas the Ridiculous made the most ridiculous announcement, and I mean that in a compliment, not in a literal insult. But anyways, this is where we got. This is where we got the Joe Tessitore was talking with Wade Barrett about the tag team division on SmackDown is probably the best division in WWE right now, which I would totally agree, because we have so much competition with the likes of Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, DIY, which is the current WWE Tag Champions as well, and also Pretty Deadly and Los Garza as well, like fight versus at the tag belt. But it's where Nicholas the Ridiculous then talk to them, trying to talk some sense, saying, "Well, what the hell's wrong with you guys?" This is where the Montez Ford's like, "Well, we've been keeping up with you, like 3 months, like being put on the shelf, but yet we never got our shots for the tag team titles that you promised us, Nicholas." Yeah, everybody right about you. Like, you are the ridiculous, which obviously he did not say that, but imagine if he did. Like, that would have been somewhat like that would have been so much to someone like your boy. That would have meant so much to someone like your boy Super Ninja Austin, because he's a guy that he would like to main event a wrestling show with. I guess you could say, and be the first ever African Americans of doing so, which is the final day. Give a shout out to those double A's out there for Black History Month, which I know it's the last minute, just like I said on my Instagram and my Facebook account, or should I say IG and FB accounts that I posted out there. But anyways, it's where we got Montez Ford's like, yeah, like, and he was like, we thought we discussed this for respect. We have respect for you, come on, Nicholas. I thought you better like we're not gonna stop. And it's like, we're not going to stop everything we're doing until it happens. This is where Nicholas would do. Like, yeah, I appreciate that respect for you gave to me. This is where the Los Garza and their leader, Santo Escobar, which is the Legado del Fantasma. Unfortunately, Electra Lopez is nowhere to be found because obviously she left the company. Some might say she might join the other company. No, I'm not talking about that other company. I'm talking about the company that used to be in a competition and now they're working partners, and that is TNA Wrestling. But only when their contract expires, which I think it will be between, I'll say, April or May. But anyway, Assassinators is where we got. I said those ones like, yeah, you're back here finally. Like, yeah, that makes me so much happy. Like, because it shows y'all finally ready to apologize to me and my familia of falsely confusing of taking y'all out and just putting yourself in the last couple of months. You're like, let's hear the apology. It's where this where we got the Street Profits with Angelo Dawkins was like, nah, fam, like we're not gonna apologize for nothing because we don't apologize for anything. It just said to us, okay, that's even better than apologizing because you like since you're not gonna, since y'all not gonna, and since y'all aren't gonna apologize, this is where he took a page out of that certain 7-foot whale that used to work there, that's now working in a gorilla position over the other company. Yes, I'm talking about the new competition for WWE. Like what I said 20 years ago to Kurt Angle about JBL apologizing to his on-screen girlfriend. Like this is where he's like, yeah, like good, y'all ain't gonna apologize. Like we're gonna beat it out of you, like what that whale said. Hopefully, I don't get eaten or get knocked out by his ginormous fin. That's like probably like 100,000 milliliters like of his full fin. But anyways, this is where we got them down into it with each other. That's what Street Profits. Oh yeah, like say it again to our face. Like I like to see you do it. Like y'all talk, but y'all like I made y'all pack it up. This is where Nicholas the Ridiculous had a solution, which was very ridiculously helpful. This is where he was like, yeah, like I know I have a better idea. Like, how about we do a tag team match? Like the Street Profits of Garza and Santos, you cannot be involved with it because you have your match against LA Knight later on. Remember, this is where Santos was like, okay, like fine, like but my boys are gonna beat that apology out of you. This is where. And this is where he's like, so I suggest like y'all getting ready. Like this is where Nicholas the Ridiculous said, like which they went their separate ways. This is where we got the next match happened. But before we get into that, I want to ask you who is exactly going to win these matches. And I'm so happy about the the tag team division is doing very excellent. Maybe it's the opposite of Raw, and that's the only problem. That's one of the only problems for Raw is their tag team division don't seem like if there's any body in the division, like it's like a lack of competition to say the very least. But yeah, like hopefully that does get changed, like with the likes of LWO and the New Day help fixing that, and Triple H add more teams in the division and make it like the SmackDown roster. But yeah, like they're doing super terrific here on the SmackDown, which I'll say for this week, like I said earlier, and I'm saying it again, like they're doing a very excellent job. They did a very excellent job on SmackDown in the Go Home show. It had me definitely like wanting to watch. I'm not sure, but the thing is about the match, like it didn't even happen. Like as a matter of fact, like it ended up being canceled because DIY came in and attacked Street Profits. But this is where we got Los Garza came and said you ruined their opportunity of a match against the guys that won't accept our apology. This is where DIY then start trying to fight back, but this is where Angel Garza hit a super kick onto Tommaso Ciampa, while Humberto Carrillo then hits a knee strike right into the face onto what's his name, onto Johnny Gargano. This is where Angel talking grab on the Angel Garza, hits a like a fireman's driver right into his face, right into the steel ring post in the bottom left side, which is known as Rita the ring post. This is where we got Street Profits start stomping on the DIY, getting their sweet taste of justice. This is where it got pretty deadly came in, which I understand why they look like they're helping the street DIY. But the thing is, their baby faces came in and fighting the brutal Profits that could be heels. This is where they driven Montez Ford right shoulder first, left shoulder first, right into the ring post, and then we got them to double team on Angelo Dawkins with Kid Wilson hit a face breaker, which I believe they deserve that considering they're Bengals and Eagles fans for some weird reasons, but. But this is where we got Tommaso Ciampa and Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano of DIY. They did their double team maneuvers, the super kick, and fairy tale ending hybrid maneuvers. But this is where we got the Motor City Machine Guns came out with their theme music. This is where they started taking out the DIY. This is where then they first they took out Tommaso Ciampa with him hitting Chris Sabin, so hitting some right hands onto him, threw him to his partner Alex Shelley that had him in the reverse STO maneuver, and that he slammed him face first along with Chris Sabin hit the Shining Wizard step up Insecurity maneuver on him, then knocking him out in the process. But Johnny Gargano tried to reach for him. This is where they grabbed their former protege and then hit him face first right onto the apron into the left side. This is where they double super kicked him right into the with him standing on the apron. This is where the Motor City Machine goes, all right, Profits, now we took you out the champs. How about you get a turn of getting the experience of the Motor Cities? And this is where but the Los Garza and Pretty Deadly had to come in and interrupt their face-to-face confrontation by attacking them. But eventually they managed to get him off of them, send him right to the outside. But this is where we got. But somehow, the Los Garza came in and attacked and hit a step up in Humberto Carrillo hit a step up in Sagiri right onto Angelo Dawkins. And then we got Montez Ford trying to jump up off the top rope, but he gets pushed right off back in the ring. This is where they hit their cannonballs and moonsaults onto the security and Pretty Deadly onto the outside. But this is where we got the Motor City Machine Guns and Street Profits coming in, start going at it with each other. Finally having their moment of throwing fists flying right into each other until DIY come in and try to interrupt it and ruin this moment. This is where luckily the Motor City Machine Guns start hitting some big super bionic punches, along with the Street Profits. They're taking turns throwing punches right into each other, like if it's grown-ups too, like when the families and friends of the main cast of the movie, well, I'm trying to remember their names in particular, I totally forgot, but yeah, they were taking out these college kids on the movie. I'm gonna give a little bit of a spoiler for those that aren't aware, even though it came out over a decade ago. But yeah, that's what they start kind of doing punches on the one scene where one of the family members or friends we're throwing fists right into one of the college kids with them dressing up as one of the 80s popular characters. And then the other one takes that shot and throw a punch at them. This is where they're kind of doing the DIY until it was now the Motor City Machine Guns and the Street Profits finally going at it, going fist to fist. I'm like, too bad neither of these guys are tag team champions, because this should be a perfect dream tag team championship match between these two. Guys that never gotten a chance to fight each other before in an official match. This is where the fans start chanting, let them fight. Along with DIY start doing so with them holding their WWE Tag Team Championship. Yeah, let them fight. Let them fight. With the fans start chanting repeatedly. This is where the referee's all right, stop. You don't need to do this. This is where we got Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley trying to get by past him, but this is where nothing was not bringing him down. This is where we got Drew McIntyre that was heading probably into the arena, but this is where he ran into a certain nightmarish and dashing buddy of his, and that is Cody Rhodes. And this where then he was like, hey, Cody, yeah, I'm not gonna be the one to force you to make a decision that could change you and your family's life for many generations. He was like, if I was you right now, I'll be the same way. I would not know what decision to make at this point, because I think of it as a win-win, but also a lose-lose situation. He's like, I remember a decade ago, you and I were so low in the car, to the point that we were planning on making an exit. Well, I was already going to be making an exit. By a decade ago, I was already made my exit. But a year later, after that, you were on your way out of this company as well. And but 15 years ago, we were a successful tag team. But almost a decade ago, we traveled all the way around the world internationally, and but we came back on top, becoming WWE Championship respectively. Once we came back here, and this is where it was yeah, it's telling them. Like, yeah, telling me that The Rock, like, let me tell, you're telling me, like, that The Rock made me an offer. I mean, made you an offer, like, which he could make Drew an offer if he does win the Elimination Chamber match. Like, just like he made you an offer. Like, I know instead of, like, you like, and if you finally say yes, and you find out that you sold your soul, like, a long time ago, like, yeah, it's not gonna look pretty for you. Just where, but that's where they show Cody Rhodes will have a word in about it, of making this huge decision of a lifetime that The Rock is offering right now of him selling the soul to him, which I'm not sure if this would be a good idea, but this is where we saw the segment with Drew McIntyre after he went into him and Cody Rhodes. And this is where then he started saying that he's going to. Oh no, this is where he came out here because this is where the vignette started playing with John Cena, with him saying like he's been in multiple Elimination Chamber match, and this is where he's like he's automatically announcing that he is going to be in the match, like back in the press conference almost a month ago, which was like 27 days ago to be the exact, on the first of this month of February. But this is where Drew McIntyre was livid and not like taking it lightly, just where he's like, turn that crap off, like, I don't want to be like how that was, how I was BS, yeah. And that's what I told the fans, like saying, like, you stink, mate, and then with them saying you suck. This is what, and it was like, it was like yeah, like please love me, remember like how I was, not how I am, like, and it's like. That's what I looked at the fans and said, "You stink, mate." When they said you stink, that's what he's like. All right, John, I guess you rather die here than live long to see yourself to be a total hypocrite that you turn out to be. Like, because he pointed out stuff that he was complaining about, those like The Rock, like going to Hollywood and like and not being a full timer, not loving this company. This is where then he said like. Yeah, like, but look at you now. Like, I bet like the John Cena from 15 years ago would make some poopy PG rated joke with that was probably the best fourth wall breaking moment from the Scotsman. This is where he's like, that's where he thought he just we lift off the announce table sign. That's where then he crossed his legs. I believe he was trying to be like CM Punk again, like what was like back last year when he was on Raw when they had that infamous segment. Like, and I heard on the interview that Drew McIntyre was like, if I was thinking at that time, I would have said the guy, like the guy that gave me that nickname, the chosen one, is the same guy that fired your ass, like on your wedding day or something like that. That's what he said. Which that was the most savaging line. I wish he could have said that. I mean, it's still not too late. Like, especially if one of these guys do ever be champion and they revisit this feud, I'm hoping that will be the case. But moving on, we got Drew McIntyre's like, but I cannot help but wonder, like when John Cena back in like 2010 to 2011 would say, like saying like he was like, but yeah, like he gonna be making some PG jokes on insulting him. Like then he'll tear himself apart and go to Hollywood and turn his back into this industry, only to return it for ego trips. Like and cap it all off, like he would rip apart that giant arse bar in the back of his head, which I understand why him and Sheamus calls or referred to the terms of ass, and I hope I don't sound inappropriate for saying that. For thinking I have that in mind being a swear or trying to swear here. But I'm just pointing out, like, for the fact that these Irish and Scottish men, like, love saying this phrase right here, like, and I'm kind of jealous of the accent, but it does cringe and make me laugh when they refer ass as arse, which for some reason for these two European stars to say that catchphrase. Hopefully I don't sound offensive because I am part of those cultures as well, along with being Native American, African American, and other cultures, which I guess you could say I'm like 3/4 of everything in the ethnicity world, I guess you could say. But anyway, this is where we got this is where we got Drew McIntyre was like, yeah, like, remember not me saying it, it's the past John Cena saying it. And it is like, but I want to say to you, John, you personally, I've been so this is where he was like, because me, when I was younger, like, I was scared of you. Not physically, but politically, because you were on top. Like you have a career just like that, a snap of a finger. And then if there's guys that you don't like, you can easily end their career in WWE just like that, which I believe was a reference to guys like Mr. Kennedy and a couple other guys that got gone at it with John Cena, and they haven't been seen since. But anyways, this is where we got Drew McIntyre to get like, but it was but the thing is, I hate to break it to you, Cena. I ain't that scared kid no more. Like I am a monster. Like I'm gonna take you know. And he's like, and I'm gonna be like people like you create, like I'm gonna bury your ass, Cena. Like, and this is what he told him. It's not like he does not like it, the idea of people like John Cena just dictate like their spot of qualifying in opportunities like the Elimination Chamber, and it leaves guys like me that qualify and actually take the right way and the hard working way to get a shot at the Elimination Chamber, which you can't argue with Drew McIntyre. But you gotta admit, this is John Cena. This is his final opportunity. So it doesn't even matter if this makes sense or not. So I just know that he's just doing this to be a heel and trying to just squash Cena like before he physically does when they get into that chamber tomorrow in Toronto. But this is where we got Drew McIntyre like he was like I remember the last time when I was in this garbage city, I was screwed out of the match, when I cashed the Money in the Bank briefcase, and y'all start chanting Toronto screw job, and this is where before he can even continue, this is where we got the guy that beat Drew McIntyre when he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase and successfully retained it against him and Seth Rollins in that night in Money in the Bank, and that was yes sir, and ma'am, the former United States champion, former United States, but also former tag team and world heavyweight champion Damian Priest that came out there with his black leather jacket, looking like if he's a very if he's like a very hardcore Christian dad that goes to church every Sunday with a cross chain around his neck. And this was like, I never saw you as delusional as you are right now, Drew. This is where Drew McIntyre like, I'm not delusional. Like I tell the truth. Like if I fight. And it was fighting a lie. How dare you? Like if you want to fight for a lie. And this is where then Damian Priest is what you know about the truth? Like I bet even R-Truth, the same guy where you made your official debut in WWE in a match against him when you tagged him before the match started, from over 15 years ago, makes a lot of sense, way more than you do, and he's confused as hell. He's confused more than your typical what they call your your boy Super Ninja Austin would say. Well, he did not exactly say it in that manner, but he was pointed towards that, say more than your dementia or your typical grandmother that has dementia. But this is where we got Damian Priest and continues he makes a lot more sense than you do. Fans oh, you want the truth? The truth is Drew. Which that does rhyme, so it's true. And this way, I heard that you were upset, that you position that you had in the company because of a hell of a year that you had. And this is where they were kind of referencing the of this rumored feud that they're going to be going into on the road to WrestleMania. I'm like, please don't be a tease of that or things that lead into that, because I do not want to see this at WrestleMania. I kind of technically seen this last year for the World Heavyweight Championship, first of all, and second of all, even if it did not happen, I still do not want to see this because no disrespect to Damian Priest, it doesn't look like this match should take place at somewhere like WrestleMania. It's not in that level yet, unless it's for a championship or unless Damian Priest start raising himself higher as a main eventer. I just don't think this is the perfect time to do this match with these two guys. And I hope that won't be until later on in 2025 in the B+ pay-per-view. I wouldn't mind because it does tell a story with Damian Priest that he when the last couple of times he fought him in singles action, he defeated him in his wearing. And that's what where Drew McIntyre will get back on top of finally beating Damian Priest and going after for either world championship or either brand he's on. Well, he's on SmackDown right now, but it could easily change. Whether if he's on Raw with either the WWE World Heavyweight Champion or vice versa with SmackDown. Like it could be anything. Like anything can happen when the draft comes, like in the next few months, like after WrestleMania. Oh, not exactly after WrestleMania, but right now. But this is where we got Dan Priest like, yeah, you won the world title at WrestleMania, but because of this obsession with CM Punk, you like I cashed in your distracted delusional ass, and then this is where then Drew McIntyre like, yeah, and I still am not forgetting about that. Here's what Dave Priest like yeah, here at Money in the Bank in Toronto, like yeah, you did won the Money in the Bank briefcase, but for what cost? Like you trying to cash in, do the same on me, like, but once again, you get pinned by me because of this weird obsession with Punk, and it's what. And it's what CM, I mean, it's what Drew McIntyre, like, and I'm starting to sound like I have an obsession with the Chicago-made wrestler, which obviously I don't. I'm not AJ Lee, but anyways, it's where the Drew McIntyre was like, I didn't deny Damian Priest that he does have a what's his name obsession with CM Punk. He was like, it's only bad enough that April has an obsession with him. April Jane, I guess you could call her, or April Justine. I guess you could start calling her April Justine Lee. But anyway, this is where we got Damian Priest like, yeah, you don't have a weird obsession. Like, look at you right now, just shouting out. Like if he's his previous babyface gimmick when he had like very bad temper issues, is where he was like, look at you right now, like you're looking extremely ridiculous, which that's starting to be which is starting to be a common word, like in professional wrestling. Why don't you go ask Nicholas Aldis that question? But it's where the Drew McIntyre, I'm preaching pipe bombs right now. Just look at me now. Like if he's his arch rival CM Punk. This is where Damian Priest like, Drew. Like tomorrow at the chamber, like the goal is to win, like to go to WrestleMania. And he's like, and I'm gonna go take pride, like, and penny your ass in that ring tomorrow. And that's where the Drew McIntyre, like, oh, are you? That's where fans are chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. That's where Drew McIntyre, are you? Like, I would like to see you do that right now. Like, if you think that's what Damian Priest like. He's like, yeah, like, that's what fans are chanting CM Punk, and Damian Priest responded. I was like, yeah, thanks to that guy, like, the fans are chanting, and your obsession with that same guy. Like, the last time we were in this building, like, I dropped your ass with that South of Heavens. And then this is where the Drew McIntyre just started getting more angry, but he started holding in by it with a big smile, like, yeah, like, I'm going to find my revenge in some way. This is what Damian Priest like in this exact same city, like Elimination Chamber in less than 24 hours from now, I'll do it exactly again like I did at Money in the Bank in 2024. And that's where Damian Priest was like, I don't know, Drew McIntyre said in response, like, all right, like, as a matter of fact, how about we do it right now? That's what Damian Priest like, all right, like, follow me. But before they can even get in the ring and get into a physicality confrontation, this is where we got somebody's theme music that's also going to be an Elimination Chamber match. And it was none other than Seth freaking Rollins. And we got everybody pretty much that was going to be qualifying the match, except for one in particular. And you'll probably think, if you hear their theme song that you thought that was gonna be in the show, like did not end up being on tonight's show. But it's where you heard Seth Rollins first, like, oh, like where the fans start singing that song in Toronto. This is where it did it was like, yeah, talk high five with the fans. It's where Seth Rollins got into the ring. This is where then he was like, oh, I don't know why you two idiots like are arguing here and acting like a bunch of children. I'm here tonight. Like he was like I didn't come in here. This was like, sorry boys, like yeah. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, is baby asleep? Okay, no problem. I'm sorry. You good. But anyways, he's like, yeah, sorry, boys, but I had to do that because I was getting bored and tired of y'all arguing. And also, it's been a while I've been here on SmackDown. Like, I don't know when was the last time, literally, like, he was like, yeah, Toronto, I love you guys. That's where then we got. That's where it's like, gentlemen, like it's the three of us, it's the three amigo, all right, back together again at the scene of the crime. Like, and you guys are having so much fun, reminiscing about Money in the Bank. I thought I might join the party because, guess who was in that match? Like, was just a pinch away from recapturing the belt that And he dropped that lost but he was like, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about these lovely folks here in Toronto, Ontario. This is where fans were like, yeah, we were. It was like I want to talk. There's some real great memories, and like I know if it wasn't for some meddling kids, or no, or even some meddling question, if it wasn't for CM Punk having a sleepover in the ring, and if it wasn't for this moron here having the absolute like worst Money in the Bank cash-ins like of all time, like even over the guy that I beat when I was Universal Champion, that I got much I should mention, even though he has a non-compete clause right now, which he cannot compete nowhere else. But he not, obviously did not say that. Yeah, he had the worst Money in the Bank cash-in than he has ever had. This is where he's like, he's like, I would have beat your ass for that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Like, this is where he started looking directly in the face at Damian Priest because it would have been number one. Like, if there was no interference of his two most worst arch rivals, like next to Roman Reigns, this is where he's like, but that's not like, I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about talk about the future. And this is where he pointed out that the WrestleMania side. This is where then Drew McIntyre's oh yeah, like you're talking about like what's going on there. That's where the Seth Rollins like yeah, like you but unlike you two morons, like I'm not the same Seth Rollins. Like I'm gonna go holler in the WrestleMania wrestler. Like as a matter of fact, like I feel as good as I look because but what I look like with you and anybody other of those other three guys that's gonna be Elimination Chamber tomorrow night. Like you cannot stand a chance against me. Like the visionary, the revolutionary, and Seth Rollins himself. This is where he was like staying up like, yeah, like you know, this is where he start arguing about the microphone to both Seth Rollins and Damian Priest, but like mostly Damian Priest. This is where from two arch nemesis to another, it was CM Punk that came out. This is where Edward, and it was the man that's filled with living color, like or always living color when he makes an appearance on a WWE event, and it was none other than Chick Magnet Punk himself. With the fans start singing along a song, this was Seth Rollins was getting extremely jealous and envious, like when he heard the fans start singing along a song, and also seeing CM Punk himself with a very angry mugging face when he was like, oh my God, like he had to show up. Like this is what he gave this look like if like Super Ninja Austin would give to that guy that's reigning defending Continental Champion. Like if he was in some type of wrestling building right now, you would see your boy SNA would do that look like why you? But anyway, it's where he was basically doing with CM Punk. This is where CM Punk, like, oh yeah, like I see like my two arch nemesis and a guy that I do not beef with, but I do respect this talent. And this is where then let's just say he did let him know that when he got on the microphone, but this is where he started things off on the microphone. This is where then and the fans then started chanting his name, CM Punk, including the fan that was dressed up like John Cena from 2014, and not 2024 and 2023. This was CM Punk's like, I suppose I should start with you, stuff. Like, I suppose I should obviously start with you, bootlicker, even though he didn't call him bootlicker, but it's very catchy when Seth Rollins does like when he said something to Seth Rollins, like it sounds like he would say that to him rather than saying his name, which is in WWE Seth freaking Rollins. Is where CM Punk's like, yeah, you. It is where it's like you look like a goofy ass oven mitt that cook your jokester ass at the event in January 6th on the debut show on Netflix. This is where then he went to him, and this was like and this where the and this is where then he was like, "Hey, you're just like." And this is where he talked to Drew McIntyre saying, like, "You are collateral damage. Like you, both you, Drew, and both you, Seth, are obsessed with me, and these fans that chant my name, like it's obsessed with me. But one thing I'm obsessed with is that right there. But so, like I'm obsessed with my dreams and my journey of main eventing WrestleMania. And then this where it's like, and that's where the fans like, yes, please do. This where CM Punk's like, I'm obsessed with my main event. He's like I want to see every single one of you, I'll do anything I want to do. I will do exactly that. And then this where he's like, now we but now we got somebody buying souls now, and then you have the audacity to add. And I had the people that had the audacity to sell my soul. If that was in my perspective, hell no. For two reasons. I'm gonna name right here, but even though I got 2 billion of them, but reason number one, he had beaten me in the last time I was WWE champion. Which I will hold on to a grudge on until the day I die. Maybe in kayfabe, but anyways, and that was even though that was 12 years ago, and then this where it's and he's also saying, second of all, the reason why, like, 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 I would not sell my soul in order to get what I want because I got ways to get it, and that's tomorrow night. Of me winning this match and main eventing WrestleMania, either the Knights against Cody Rhodes, and if y'all know anything about souls, definitely you, Drew, because you one time prayed for my demise, but I know that you don't have a soul to sell because I snatched yours at last October at Hell in a Cell, which I believe he forgot to say bad blood. And for those assassinators that have been probably living under a rock for the last 2 years or maybe 3 years, you probably would thinking that he wrestled at Hell in a Cell in October, and it's back in October. But no, you'll be hella mistaken because Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that have not been featured since 2022, which was 3 years, right before Triple H was controlling the creative decisions in WWE, and new management have taken over. But this is where CM Punk and got on the microphone saying yeah, everybody better come out here and get very serious very fast because y'all gonna get a hard time with your base review the way you dress. Bootlicker, you're dealing with the Hell in the Cell, CM Punk that come tomorrow because we're gonna do a 2.0 here. Everything each every one of you, wake up tomorrow morning, and don't feel like showing up, just like John Cena decided not to embark of a retirement tour, but decided not to show up tonight. And this is what I was about to say. You're probably gonna be eating your own words, and you're speaking too soon on it. But I was hella mistaken. But it's where I understand what you're talking. This is not about you. It's about me. And this is where he pointed out to Damien Priest, I don't have a problem with you. But if you step in the ring tomorrow, you're gonna see who the real who's the real hellish being in this universe. And then this is where then or something like that is where then Seth Rollins you you will not main event WrestleMania. If I have anything to do about, not on my dead body. And this is where CM Punk then responded back by disagreeing him, but in a mature, adult manner by saying, oh, yes, I will. You're going to see that tomorrow. This is where Seth Rollins, I know you're not going to be into, it's not going to be me. It's damn sure it's not going to be you. I bet anywhere on that. I bet it on my wife, my daughter, my parents or anybody in the family. This is where Drew McIntyre, Drew McIntyre to interrupt him saying out of interruption by saying I beat you last year for your World Heavyweight Championship, and you but and this was yeah, you first I beat you back last year's WrestleMania for your World Heavyweight Championship, and you Punk, it's been 6 months. You've you've been insult to injury. And I owe you, and tomorrow night limited ship, I'm taking your ass out for good, once and for all. And this was CM Punk's he was I'll do it for this people. He was I'm gonna do it for your people, do it for these people. I'm doing it for the money. I'll for the money of profit, and I'll do it for any day of the week. And this is where Dame Priest yeah, Drew, I don't know what you're talking about. When he was I understand why you're why you're why you're so sure about this, because we all know once you step out of that chamber, you're gonna complain about it on the internet like you normally do everything else, like including to that Super Ninja guy's friend about saying he couldn't last him. Well, I cannot say it's not PG. He couldn't last like well with any significant other like in 5 minutes, which yeah, like, but which WrestleMania kind of roasted him on his video, saying like, "Well, I'm already married, like, and I'm happily married, and I've been so for a while now, like, and then we even have kids, like, and we have and we got family, of I guess I should say, of course." Which I'm just making a point, like, blank of a statement, but this is where we got this is where the Drew McIntyre did not like with Damian Priest. This is where they never got into talks. But this is where we heard somebody's music, like none other than a guy that CM Punk might have spoken too soon about. And it was John Cena. Well, his music started playing. Well, we did not know. This is where it even got what's his name started being excited to see the return of the appearance of John Cena. It was Joe Tessitore. This was like it's the 16-time WWE World Champion, but it was none other than Logan Paul. Like yeah, he got you good. This is where Joe Tessitore even cracked a laugh out of character. Like, really? Like, he got me fooled here. This is where one fan was holding on to that. Like, he did not just do that. This is where yeah, he's like, yeah, you did not see it coming. Like, literally. This is where Drew McIntyre, even Drew McIntyre, CM Punk just gave a shocking stare. And Glenn's like, he just literally just, like, just let us buy in, like, to see if John Cena was actually is he. This was Logan Paul, like, yeah, but Jerron, like y'all would thought that John Cena was really here tonight. And my fans are boo, boo, y'all you're full of sugar on the ice. That's where the Logan Paul's yeah, like I hate to break it to you, Toronto. Like John Cena don't actually care about like Logan. I mean John Cena. You cannot see John Cena tonight. Like, and I mean that seriously. But guess who you can see more of tonight? And yep, you guessed it. It is me, Logan Paul. It's like. It's where Toronto's like, boo, we do not want to see you. We actually want to see someone like Cena. This is where then Logan Paul like, yeah, fellas, like look around, look with all full timers. Like, if we put in the work, hey, guys here, he cannot even show up to a place that he claimed he was. Like, yeah, classic typical celebrity wrestlers would normally do. And I hate to break it to The Rock, like he's the same way. And this is where the fans are. It is where the fans are saying, "You're not a wrestler." Clap, 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 clap. You're not a wrestler. But I'll say, even if he may not be a wrestler, like, but he sure as hell performed like a very great, very wrestler, one hell of a wrestler. Like, which I cannot take that credit away from him. But this is where we got Logan Paul to take offense to that. He's like, "Oh, I'm not a wrestler." Like, just wait until the next day tomorrow. This is where Logan Paul's like and y'all owe me that. Like, so I but like without being provoked by the fans, like that they'll appreciate me. Like, I want to ask a big favor to you guys. Like, where the hell CM Punk at? This was you know what? Like, never mind. And then this was CM Punk. Like, here I am. This was Logan Paul. Like, no, like I'm not gonna get it to you. This was like you know. That's where it's like, but who's that guy in the red that I see in the ring? Like Seth Rollins? Like, yeah, Seth Rollins. Like, oh, how you doing? Like, long time no see. It is like, yeah, you're the peacock of WWE, aren't you? Like with him making fun of him, like not because of the streaming service, but also because of him looking like one, like, and he's basically like just WWE's pet peacock that he keeps in the WWE zoo. If they even have one, maybe they should be considering of running an organization like that if they find somebody that's experienced with animals. But it's what he's like, yeah, I see you doing some very impressive Insta work, so I gotta. But look, Seth, you are a good wrestler, like, and you even beat me at me. But yeah, this but you look like a guy that lost a bet. Like, and CM Punk's right on one thing, but like you look like you do really do look like a Lady Gaga puke on a coat hanger. This is where then several others. Oh, I'll show you the something to puke about. This is where he's like. This is where he's like I'll make you puke up all the prime energy that you drunk in hours before you came here. This is where he's like, and Drew, as for you, like, congratulations, dude. Like, look around here. Like, you were right at home, dude. Like, you cannot win a championship these days. Like, and neither And neither the Toronto Maple Leafs cannot win the Stanley Cup. And it is where the fans are booing the hell out of him even louder, like if he is Dirty Dominic, which you could blame him because that's some classic, typical heel heat, like with him like taking a jab like in generic fashion onto a sports team that's a fan favorite to a certain city. But this is where then he's like Damien, I have to. He's like, I gotta be completely honest, and I barely know anything about you. If I'm being completely honest, like, like if I, like, if I wasn't here in WWE, if I don't know anything about you in WWE, I would not even know you're even here. Like this is where or even your existence. Like yeah, if I talk about relevancy, right, with him, like, but I cannot relate on that though. This was like, but however, I did hear that you used to been a world champion here, correct? This was Dave Priest, like yeah, I have been like last year. This was about yeah, and this where then this was like yeah, just so that you can have a priest in WWE, like standing in the middle of that ring, but I am but still, I am the answer of WWE's prayers. And then this where then he and this is where Logan Paul's like, and now where's CM Punk at? This is where CM Punk, I'm right here. Like, well, me, like, I still got some receipts to cash in on you from that cheap slap you did this past Monday. And this is where then Logan Paul like, look, like, I see that expression on your face. That's a totally stupid look. Like, and they say I want to smack that expression off your face again. Like, but I think it's all but I think it's all satisfying, like for Monday. And besides, like like Elimination Chambers just a day later, and he's like, "But I want to ask you concerning questions. How's your jaw going, buddy?" This is where CM Punk's like, "Oh, you want to show? I'll come show you right now." This is where he came in. And this is where Logan Paul's like, look, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Like when I defeat you at elimination. This is where he's like, cue my music. This is where he told somebody in the gorilla position. This is where he's like, CM Punk chased after him. This is where the camera man it fell down, like for some reason. This is where he was trying to get out of the way, I guess. But I guess this was a huge blunder. And that's where we saw Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins still talking trash on one another. And I like how the way they were talking on this promo. This was a well-received invested segment. Like if it was a match, but it wasn't a match. It was just a battle of words between the wrestlers that's going to be involved, except for what's his name, John Cena being there. But it just showed you. I was saying, whether if it was scripted or unscripted, WWE did a very what's that called a miraculous job like onto the segment, and hopefully that it stays that way on like for I hope it stays that way on tomorrow on Saturday at Elimination Chamber. And I'm gonna ask you one more time before I give you my prediction on who's gonna win. But who do you think is going to actually win and going to face Cody Rhodes and maybe even sell his soul? Well, I'm not sure if I should say all that, but let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, I'd say this was probably the best segment. Well invested, well entertained. Like, yeah. And I'll say give Road Dogg a chance. Like maybe he's not the guy that was the one that created the segment, but maybe it was the producers, like in the backstage, that and if it was scripted, they probably write the promos of what Drew McIntyre had to say about John Cena, and then with us, and then going off with the likes of Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Damian Priest. When Damian Priest come out and say, the last time we were in this building or in this city overall, you lost to me, like when I dropped your ass with the South of Heavens for the World Heavyweight Championship, which I like how they point out, like from backstories, which that's something that's been good to WWE, point out like the logic of things, whether if it happened a year ago or 10 years ago, like they're going to remember that and they're going to point that out. But you saw there's the plenty of wrestlers like Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and even Logan Paul that's poking fun and taking jabs at Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and and even John Cena that wasn't even there, Damian Priest, like that told him that he's irrelevant, the most irrelevant one in WWE in this match, and also but yeah, But yeah, but I cannot hardly wait on who's gonna win them. But it's where we got they showed a press conference of with Michael Cole still asking questions about like if of Liv Morgan and Raquel are responsible of attacking Jay Cargill. But that's where Liv Morgan's like for the last time for the I don't know for the 6 millionth and I'll say 475,292nd time. Like, no, we are not the one that attacked Jay Cargill. And this is where she said, I believe I'm speaking for the fans. Like, she is not to, like, she's like nowhere to be missed like, because I bet nobody will even remember her. I believe this would pissed off Bianca Belair and maybe Naomi, like probably whoever the ones that's not actually they're not actually attacked Jade, but the other one that came along with him came in and attacked went up and attacked both Bianca, I mean, Belair and Raquel because one of them at the end is actually innocent. One thought that they're the one that attacked Jay Cargill, but they not realize that it's actually somebody else that they're hanging around that actually did so. But anyways, this is where we got Carmelo Hayes and Braun Strowman was advertised that they're going to be battling each other in just a moment. As soon as after LA Knight takes on Santo Escobar and is getting the golden trophy, it's like if they're fighting for the United States Championship, even though they're fighting for the opportunity to get into the final three. But yeah, it shows that these guys definitely need to be shown on television. And WWE, yeah, like I said, they finally started using all their guys that they been used in like that's on the roster like for like because this is for a 3 hour like it's a 3 hour show for a reason. Like you need to give everybody some on-screen time. Even they got guys from Raw like Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, and even CM Punk even making appearances on tonight's show. Like even though it's part of Elimination Chamber because it's for a shot for the WWE champion. But this is where we got LA Knight, then y'all going for hammerlock into like some kind of submission hold on Santos Escobar. But this is where some Escobar then elbows him, started some right hand punches. But LA Knight started some right hand around to him, which made the fans start chanting, yeah, 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 repeatedly. This is where we got LA Knight throw Santos Escobar in the right corner side, but he ends up getting shoulder tackled by the Megastar. Here's where he goes for a slide duck. Then he goes for a knee right to the midsection, which LA Knight's like, yeah, like whose game is this, boys? And this is where the LA Knight starts stomping onto the midsection, onto the leader what's it, Legado Fantasma. This is where he tries to throw him right to the upper left side, but he ends up getting countered by Santos. This is where he gets drop kicked onto along with it. This is where he starts getting swipe kick right into the midsection. This is where he gets This is where he started hitting them slap chested right into the chest. This is where we got LA Knight to get dipped right into the left side. Then he gets dipped right into the right corner side. But this is where LA Knight kicks him right into the head. This is where it goes for a clothesline. This is where LA Knight then go for a flapjack right into the top corner 8. Robes is where LA Knight then hits a sideways flatline and slam. This is where he gets him with the LA Knight elbow drop, which I assume that's his finisher. But that still didn't get him the 3 count. Is where LA Knight tried to throw him right to the bottom left side, which he was successful on that. But Santos Escobar then kicked him right to the face, is where he ends up getting pushed right into the right when he tried to go for a springboard maneuver, but this is where he tried runs the back in the ring, but he ends up getting thrown right back out by the Megastar. This is where he fell right into the top corner announce table. Is where we got LA Knight to run right to the left corner side, trying to go for a baseball sliding kick, which he maybe started to and failed. But this is where he then he gets kneed right to the face by LA Knight, kicks him right in the gut, try to throw him right to the top corner side, but he ends up getting hit right face first, right into the steel steps. This is where we got Santo Escobar was like, I know it's everybody saying L LDF. Yeah. And this where I was like, man, they like these none of these wrestlers they gotta take a break of getting using 3 letters as the as better than LA Knight, even though I'm not a big LA Knight fanatic, but I do it does entertains me of his gimmick of being LA Knight, yeah, which he is getting over with, and it's the best decision to turn him babyface. But this is where we got the partial powerful force and all professional. I mean, not partial, the full powerful force and all professional wrestling came on, which was a commercial break. But once when they got done with the adverts, is where we got Santo Escobar still on top, which must be a fan favorite of Mr. Powerful Force here, until LA Knight countered and Irish whipped him to the diagonal side in the upper right corner side, hits him face first, hits a swinging neck breaker, try to go for a pin, but this is where Santo Escobar then kicks out of it at 2.1. This is where the Irish whip right to the top left corner, right corner. He puts him right to the face. Anyway, we got Santo Escobar then drags Knight right back in the ring. This is where we got him snapmaring LA Knight. This is where he goes for a headlock. This is where he starts going for an abdominal stretch like maneuver, which LA Knight's like, no, like you can do whatever you want to me, but you're not gonna put me down for good. This is where here's where then he dip him right to the upper right corner side. LA Knight to go for a clothesline. Then he goes for a second clothesline. This is where he ducks out of a clothesline from Santos. That's why this is where he hits that what they call that jetpack power slam, which I thought it was a signature maneuver. Maybe it still is, but this is where LA Knight did the LA Knight, yeah, elbow drop. Here's where he tried to punch his ticket to hitting the blunt force trauma, which at first he didn't get this time, but you know the rules of professional wrestling. Don't work the first time, then wait till the second time. Like when you refuel your MP meter, this is what exactly LA Knight did right here. This is where Santos Escobar. It's a kick right to the head. This is where we got Santos Escobar like your boy, the animal Batista with the like you're going down. This is where LA Knight the counter starts stomping on him right to the midsection. And the fans are chanting, yeah, 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 yeah. This is where then he went right to the bottom right left corner side diagonally where exactly Santos was located at. But this is where once you gotta go for the knee to the face, he ended up getting tripped right over, right face first into the ground. This is where we got Santos Escobar, then start going for stomps onto him. This is where we got Santos picks him up right up in the upper right corner side. This is where we got Avalanche Spanish Fly on the top rope. This is where we got LA. No, it was actually he kind of teased it being what's it called a Spanish Fly, but it ends up being a super rana right off the top rope. This is where we got him trying to go for a pin, but Santos Escobar was shocked, dude. Like that, he did not just kicked out of that maneuver. This is where he picks up LA Knight. This is where he picks him up. This is where he dips him right, from the upper right corner side. This is where he started going for some step up insecurity. This is where it then goes. This is where then he said something in his native language. He's like, "No, if I see," this is where he goes for a cannonball back in the ring. This is where we got. This is where we got Santos Escobar. Then went up right into the top rope in the upper right corner side. This is where we got going for a diving over a crossbody, but this is where LA Knight had caught him up in midair into a what they call a pop up midair what they call blunt force trauma, like which wasn't guaranteed by the way, and it helped him got the 1, 2, 3. Obvious rhyming right here. But still true. This is where he joins Jacob Fatu, and like not only with the Golden Trophy Best Wrestling of the Night award, but also at the the second guy to be qualified to be in a triple threat match for number one contender spot for the United States Championship. But moving on, we got but this is where we got let's see what happened next. It was but yeah, this is where like we saw no, I haven't been in that city before. Yeah. Like now that you mentioned it, like that's a funny I mean, maybe I drove no, I don't think I drove past it before. But yeah, I think I drove underneath it before, like yeah, or yeah, I'll say like when I went to the vacation to a family reunion in Louisiana with family. But I never have went that city before. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for asking that though. But anyways, assassinators. This is where we got Sami Zayn that came into the ring. This is where Sami Zayn that was like, yep, like yeah, like Kevin, like I want to say right here, like you and me been through a lot, like would be a massive understatement, which it really is. And this was probably the second best segment of the night, which I was very intrigued of looking in because yeah, this is probably the second best match I've probably yeah, this is probably gonna be the second. I mean, this is not the second best, but probably be the other best match I'll probably gonna be watching. As a matter of fact, probably all the matches on the card, which Triple H did a very successfully executed, like it's gonna be really great. Like we just need to wait and see. But this is where Sami Zayn was like, Kevin, think you've been doing a lot of running, Curious. Like you've been yeah, I mean, you've been ducking and dodging. You've been shooting a lot of videos. But here's the thing, Kevin. Like, I know for a fact that you were in Toronto tonight. Like, and I'm standing here in the middle of this ring, sit right here, right now. Like, it is where then he's like, if you have something to say, I've been like I would have gone out there, like with respect, like not for respect for you, like Kevin, like and of everything that we've been through. Like I've been inviting you right now, like to look in the eye and stand in this ring, like and around his people and all with our fellow countrymen here, which they were in their home country in Canada. They're the same, like we're gonna say your final piece, like, and then I will say mine. Because I'm telling you right here, right now, after tomorrow, like there'll be nothing left to say here. And that's where you look right onto the side. And make sure that he's not getting sneak up from the side. Is where then but it's where he did saw somebody, and it was indeed Kevin Owens. Is where he start shouting to Sami Zayn, saying, like, or not shouting at him, saying, calling him out, like when he was wondering where he was at, but he was not in the arena. He was at the Rogers Center. The Rogers. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not at like." He was like, "Yeah, like I am in Toronto, but I'm not at the Scotty Bank Arena right now. Like, I don't want to show up there whatsoever. Like, and that's something that happened to your next Sam because we need you 100%. That you could be the help as you can help you can be tomorrow. I'm actually in the Rogers said, like I want to take it all in. Like, and we all had a lot of fights in Toronto, like from Tim Breeze Arena, like from the Fairfield and Markham, but never ever, like never somewhere like this. Like this is they can get because this is the biggest match that we has ever had. And here you are, like it is like this old time that these people that you got people confused that I am the bad guy in this situation. As a matter of fact, like I thought everybody could believe, I'm starting to believe like I am not no damn bad guy. Like everything that I did to happen to you so far and tomorrow, like you fully deserve that. And then this where he did like let me make you one more thing clear as day. Like and after tomorrow, like when it's all done, like and I do end your career, and you're stuck to a wheelchair, Sammy, like you cannot provide financially for your family no more. Like, I just need you to know, that, I am not gonna be helping them anymore. Like, I'm not gonna help them do anything for them. Like, I'm gonna watch them suffer. And I'm gonna watch them have to pay a very hefty price with you cost, because it's all your fault, Sammy. And then this where then he continue on the pump and say like you got no one else to blame. This is where Sami Zayn responded like, yeah, you like it's not a tough guy to admit that you're nervous, Kevin. Like, but I have been nervous. Like like I had this nervous pit under my stomach. It's feeling lately, but Kevin, like I am not nervous about what's gonna be happening to me. Like I am nervous on what I'm going to do to you, Kev. Which Kevin Owens had a pretty cool KO shirt, which the O has have a very cool shape of a maple leaf, which I want to give a shout out to the prize fighter, like of wearing such a very awesome shirt, by the way, like of the out of character moment. But this is where we got Sami Zayn's like yeah, like I like your father Terry and your mother Suzanne have watched us for like since our very first match in our wrestling career. Like I'm worried that your wife and kids that I've known since the day they were born. Like I'm nervous that they're not gonna be able to forgive me like for what I'm gonna do to their father. And he's like, but I'm gonna tell you right now, like that, like if they don't forgive me, Kevin, like I am prepared to go live with that because I am prepared to end it. I am prepared to end you, Kev. And then this is where the Kevin Owens like, oh, you are you? And this is where he starts saying, like, okay, like if you say so, this is where they start looking around with a crowdless arena. This is where Kevin Owens like, Sammy, while looking on the camera, like, there's only one thing to say, like, see you tomorrow night, like, Sam, and this is where he pushed the camera right off. This is where Sami Zayn, like, yeah, of course you're gonna say that, but this is where we got the Miz was backstage with Carmelo Hayes, and I want to ask you who's gonna be one coming out there like winning the sanctioned match. Let me know down in the or not sanctioned. He's gonna be winning the unsanctioned match. Let me rephrase that. Let me know down in the comments down below, assassinated. But here's when the Miz is like yeah, don't you see like what we just did out there, like Carmelo? And this where then the Miz is like, yeah, like that's where then the Miz is like yeah, like I'm starting to get this Melo don't miss thing, like because it's true when you say it, and then this team, this duo thing, like it's starting to work in some way, and that's where it was like, but it's like, but you know what else, but you know what and this is what it means, like you know what I think about this, and it's gonna be awesome, like that. But it's gonna be like with you this match that you and Braun Strowman is gonna be. And that's where he tried to let Carmelo Hayes say in the answering sentence, but he waited a bit too long and he just said awesome, like I believe in sarcastic words. Where that's where the Miz is like okay, like yeah, like how about we do something better? Like how about us him? And this is where Carmelo's not like that. This is where the Miz like, now go out there and let's go out there and show that Harry Beast like why you are him and why you're us him. And this is where then Carmelo's like yeah, like but I don't like. He's like, yeah, but I don't I don't need you out there. Like I can do this all on my own. This is where the Miz was some very blessed blood, but this is where the Carmelo Hayes like don't need it. Like in response, which I would say that's probably accurate because he did not need it. But it's where the Here's where the Miz met up with Cody Rhodes. It's where Cody Rhodes like, yeah, like, you cannot like choose what to do right now. Like you got a soul on the. This is where the Miz is like. He's like, yeah, you are the WWE champion right now. You are the face of his company, Cody. Like you are the tippity top. This is like, and you and I both know, like, are so much more. Like, and you want more, Cody. Like, and this is where it's like, and like, and he's like, you are gonna be taking the Rock's offer. Like, and then this is where it's like, and if you don't, Cody, like someone else will, or maybe someone else will. And this is where he's like, and he, like, and like he's a big time star in Hollywood that he was reminding Cody Rhodes, saying like things that on my watch, like that are padded, like he the one that's running businesses for, like he can put you on watches on your face just like the snap of a finger, like if you agreed to sell his soul to him. And this is where he then kind of gave him that little hint, like maybe this won't be much of a bad idea if he does consider selling his soul. Excuse me for a moment. And do you want to see Cody Rhodes sell his soul to The Rock? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. This is where we got another qualifier to a triple threat match. Like the last match, which was Braun Strowman and Carmelo Hayes. And it seemed like that Carmelo Hayes might need the Miz's luck charm, but I was not gonna. I was very shocked and surprised that he did that he was like that it didn't really need him, even though Braun Strowman just basically tossed him around back and forth until they went to the outside. But once Braun Strowman brought him back in the ring, that's where of all people, what's his name, Tama Tonga comes in and create a distraction to the referee. That's where then Solo Coach tried to come in and get the easy distraction by whacking Braun Strowman back first with the chair. But Braun Strowman, like, you made a huge mistake, and whacked him back. Well, first he hit the ribs on the top part of the chair right into the midsection. Then swam him back first with the chair. Then he sent him packing. This is where we got Tama Tonga coming and attacking him. This is where Braun Strowman grabs him around his neck, then slams him right into the announce table. This is where we got Braun Strowman got back in the ring. This is where Braun Strowman looked like he was about to win, and he probably easily gotten away with this. Like if it wasn't for the meddling bloodline kids, like, and this is where Carmelo Hayes can take a page out of Eddie Guerrero's playbook by whacking the chair right into the ground, passing it to Braun Strowman, making him believe that it was what's his name? No, this is Samson. This is the family dog. Like, yeah, this is still Samson. Like, yeah, like we haven't got a new dog yet. Like, but we want to, like, considering the sad passing of my dog Max, like, which he was part Havanese and part pug, which he was everybody's best friend, basically. But this is where we got and this is where the referee stopped the match. I'm like, man, Braun Strowman just couldn't get a break onto the. Oh yeah, I miss you too, man. Yeah, I I hope that you're enjoying this podcast video. Yeah, and hope you gave it a like, which I'm assuming that you did because I see a thumbs up already onto this video. So that's why there's some positive energy here because you assassinator in particular is enjoying the video. But anyways, let's continue. Let's what, but what, but anyways, what was happened there? Oh yeah, like the referee called for the bail. Like, man, you just can't take a break. Even though the last time this happened, he was wrestling AJ Styles for the United States Championship about almost 6 years ago. That he just can't take a break from this. And I was like, and also on the other hand, with Carmelo Hayes, I was like, man, like what is up with these light skinned what's up with these light skinned wrestlers that are a fan of Eddie Guerrero that are from Boston, which hopefully I didn't give too much of references here, but anyways, yeah. Like, what is up with these, wrestlers like that are a fan of the Latino heat himself? Like, yeah, I guess it's contagious, I guess. But this is where, especially up in the Northeast. But anyways, this is where we got, I guess, a couple of friends of these particular light-skinned wrestlers. Is where it was, $1 million Bayley and Naomi, like along with the one that she headlined a big-time pay-per-view of the Immortals with, like Bianca Belair when they were the champions at this time of the company. That's where they start naming like who they're gonna get their hands on with Naomi said she's gonna get her hands on Raquel, while Bianca Belair's gonna get her hands on Liv Morgan because she attacked her partner Jade Cargill. And also, which we don't know if she really is the one, but Bailey saying she's gonna get her hands on Roxanne Perez, and this is what Naomi's like. This is what Naomi's like. But when we get into the elimination chamber, like I'm getting there, like in there with Liv first. And this what and once she looked, when she said it, she looked directly at what's her name at Bianca Belair when she said so, which does bring in some little suspicions on. Oh, if she could possibly be the one to attack Jade Cargill, and she gonna be revealed for that. Like Wednesday, if Jade does show up tomorrow, I'm gonna talk about more about that later when I make my prediction segment here tonight. But this is what Bianca was like, no, like I'll be in Liv first because I'm trying to get my revenge. But this is what Bailey was like, but no, like since I'm not gonna be, I'm like I want to get my hands on her. And man, with all due respect on Bianca Belair, she's so way too unforgiving because she did not like sell this like as being disrespected by Bailey, like with her they're just immediately just forgiving her like for what she's been through with her from the last couple of years since she's been back from her injury at the time with damage control and whatnot when she still was the damage control member, even though she's not still. Like she needs to be like a female version of Drew McIntyre, like in Kevin Owens, basically. Which I understand. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, she plays a very good baby face, but it'll be very interesting to go see her as a heel on the main roster. Which the last time she was a heel was on her NXT days. But it'll be very interesting if she was a heel, like and she could be feuding with the likes of Bailey and Tiffany Stratton. And maybe it's become looking overbooking. Maybe it's become overlooking and overbooking, and like and doing some fantasy booking. But like, hey, it's like I'm just like it was just like I'm just like all in with this these storylines in WWE and like with me being a podcaster. Like I want to get bring it. I want to see all the stuff, and I can talk about it here on the podcast and say how much that I knew that was going to happen. Well, I did not know that this was going to be happening with Bianca Belair going to be the forgiving type and going to be teaming with someone that has been an arch rival of hers for many, I'll say, many years, like, or I'll say for the past couple of years. But and I even attended one of their matches at a house show back in 2022 when they were in the rivalry for the Raw Women's Championship at the time. But yeah, maybe it's just me. Like I just love wrestling chaos because I am Sonic. It's not Sonic Shadow Hedgehog. Because he's the one that loves chaos as much as Dr. Robotnik does. But it's where then Bailey did say like she wants to face like you know her and Raquel that attacked Jay, right? Like I don't know how long that they're gonna say that they did in the job when we all know it's obvious that that's where Bailey's like, yeah, I know they did. Like we're gonna get them, but tomorrow when it goes down to us get, I guess I made the best girl. I made the best girl to win. Like we wanted to jump on the long ponytail express, which that was Bailey and Naomi. Which for some reason Bailey wanted to join in the fun, like saying like. And that's where it's like yeah, like me too. I'm gonna join into that fun. Is where they was like me three, like which I don't know why, which it's kind of strange, but I'm gonna let it give it a pass because this women's tag match totally what deserves the silver trophy of the night, if not the golden, like which shows that the I'll say even though the main roster like usually the like in around this time of the year at WrestleMania they don't really care about like non-title storylines like in some kind of capacity. Hopefully to change this year when they have Jade Cargill taking on Naomi and even reference like this is gonna be the first non-title feud at a non-title wrestling women's wrestling feud at the showcase of the Immortals event. But this is where we got the women's tag match to start up ahead, like with the we'll start things off with Naomi and what's her name? Liv Morgan start going at it, but start pushing each other while Naomi goes for a missile drop kick, and then she does one again. So maybe her call Britney Spears, but this time onto the upper right corner side, onto the turnbuckle. This is where Raquel and Roxanne Perez were checking on her. But the one thing I was confused about, even though it was to help Roxanne Perez get her shot at the qualifying women's elimination chamber match and make her much more of a future main event star. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, Like, I'm not sure if she's a heel or a face, but if it wasn't for the storyline between Bailey and what's her name? Between her and Bailey, like I would say, yeah, this is 2 plus 2 equals potatoes for sure. But this is where we got all the women start going at it with each other that was involved in the match. Start going at it with them, like not caring like who's the legal woman. This is where they start continuing. Like even though when the partial powerful force and all the pro wrestling came on, which was a commercial break, but this is where we got. This is where we got but somehow like Bailey was getting squashed by the heels of both Raquel, Liv, and Roxanne until she finally tags in Bailey, like when she ducks out of a Bailey tags in Bianca that hits a crossbody. Well, understand what am I talking about? This is where we got I'm still gonna be making videos no matter what. Even when I get older, I'm gonna be making videos. Yeah, like even if I become an elderly age, I'm still gonna be making this podcast, and everybody gonna be knowing who the hell Super Ninja Austin is. And hopefully, I didn't sound very inappropriate by saying hell, even though it's a place, but still kind of sound like a bad word. Like the way I use it, like especially I just did right there. But anyways, it's where we got Bianca Belair, Irish Whip, what's her name? Jay Cargill. Not the Jay. Raquel Rodriguez is where she spears her right to the bottom. Of course, this is where she got it right to the bottom right. This is where she went right to the middle ropes in the diagonal side. This is where she's like, come here, like playing the game of bullfighting Taro Ole style. This is where she tried to go for suplex. But Raquel like countered out of the spiral. This is where then Bianca Belair countered and went right back where she was started and did a suplex right there. Go for a kip up. This is where we got Bianca Belair try to go over the springboard flip moonsault maneuver, like which only barely got her like a 2.5 count, like a generic quarterback would call. This is where she speared right to the upper left corner side. This is where fans are chanting EST, like me and my family did, like when we attended the Raw show back in 2022. But this is where we got That's where then we got Bianca. This is where we got Liv Morgan trying to stop her, but Bianca felt her coming a mile away. Do a moonsault like if she's Super Saiyan, like the one with the long ponytail, the reincarnation of Margin Boo, where she kind of look like a female version of him. But anyway, this is where we got Bianca Belair then going for a sidewalk backbreaker maneuver. But this is where Liv Morgan hit a flying head scissors right to the right towards the right corner side. And then we got Naomi hits a springboard leap right head first right onto the apron. This is where Naomi to try to go for a split leg and moonsault. Raquel then stopped her, try to go and hit her stop her, hit her back first, put her right into the tree of woe position, but she turned into like a flying go for what a power slam, but she ends up settling for snake eyes for some reason. This is where then we got Roxanne Perez tags herself in the matches where it's like, I don't need you to tag me in. Like I already got taken care of Naomi so far. This is where fans are like you're. This is where not fans. Why is it fans? The referee then said like you. Yeah, maybe you should interview me on my podcast. Yeah, start from somewhere, and then you find like one of the guys. Just let me know what your contacts are, and I'll gladly schedule that in for an interview. Like with me asking me a lot of questions about like anything about Super Ninja Austin. I'll gladly give you those answers. I'd love to do that interview. Like whether if it's virtual or whether if it's a virtual interview, like a virtual interview, or maybe even like a sit-down interview. Like I'd love to do either one of those. Like anytime, any place, anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But anyways, this is where we got Naomi then going for leg swinging middle ropes, a running bulldog maneuver. Then she then drag on to Roxanne to where Bailey was at. This is where she goes up right to the top rope, right to the upper left corner side. Hits the big flying macho woman elbow drop. This is where she try to go for a pin, but she immediately gets stopped by the by Liv Morgan that was meddling, which they would have gotten away with if it wasn't for her. But it's where luckily Bianca Belair hit a spine buster, but Raquel then hit the big boot that which Raquel Rodriguez then demanded her to stay down. This is where we got Naomi then hits a sliding Hurricane Rana, but this is where we got Raquel then try to go for a buckle bomb. This is where Naomi then grab onto the ropes, hit a Hurricane Rana right onto the outside of the top rope, from the center right to the bottom corner side. This is where we got Roxy that hits the pop rocks out of nowhere, like to give the RKO a run for its money. Like where she hits a roundhouse kick right in the midsection of Bailey, when she was facing to the right side. She ran right through there, just where she hits the maneuver. 1, 2, 3, and she got the win. I'm like, yep, she's definitely not going to be winning tonight, tomorrow. Like even if she did not win tonight, I still would think that she's not going to be the one to win the whole thing. Like, maybe she'll have a couple of highlights, and maybe she'll brag about that. But Bailey, with her, even for costing her the women's opportunity. But what she realized, she forgot there's one person that was not in this match that was definitely going to be in the match for the women's elimination chamber match, which she was right behind her, and it was none other than Alexa Bliss. Hopefully, my brother's TV did not hear me and start coming on and activating, for me to change the channel or streaming service that I wanted to change on, which for right now I'm not trying to ask for anything like that because I'm not watching anything on TV. But it's where we got her came out. Is where she is. They call her Sister Abigail, and this where we got hitting the Sister Abigail DDT kind of combo maneuver. This is where we got. This is where then she gave a look like saying like I'm gonna be the one to face Rhea Ripley. This is where then she looked right back to Roxanne, and then right from the screen where it shows her with the Wyatt Six, which that little glitching error like thingamajig, like her and Uncle Howdy, I guess you could say, like on the glitch. Which if that doesn't show like a obvious if it don't scream obvious teasing right here, I don't know what else to tell you because, that was they were clearly like teasing some things about like the debut of the debuting Wyatt Six, was it? Yeah, not debut. I mean the return of the Wyatt Six with her with Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Six going to be on SmackDown. Like I don't think it takes much more of a genius for them to put I think a genius to put the puzzle pieces together in its obvious parts of it. But this is where we got Byron Saxton was in the backstage interview, but before he did, it's where wow, like we saw some pretty interesting debates on who could possibly win the women's elimination chamber match for a shot at the women's. I guess you could say this, but safe to say that it's anybody's guess to win. And speaking of guests, I'm gonna be talking about a guest that's actually going to guarantee to be at WrestleMania in the women's match. And it's just the 24, and she is the winner, also the winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble, and is the Queen Charlotte Flair herself. This was Charlotte Flair. And this was then she was interviewed with Byron Saxton asking what's her reaction about Tiffany Stratton going to be teaming with Charlotte Flair tomorrow, in a tag team match against Candice LeRae and what's her name, Nia Jax. But this is where she let her know that this is very cute what they're doing, but she won't be needing no help when we're gonna go fast and forward into WrestleMania. And in that time is rapidly slipping away with her switch swirling around her finger. That's what she's like. And I'll see you at WrestleMania with a big woo, to end the interview. This is where we got. But this is where we got the triple threat match that's about to come out next, which was the kind of the main event match. But we still got a segment with Cody Rhodes, which that's gonna be in just a moment. But it's where the show that we will be seeing Travis Scott tomorrow in some capacity, on the show, which I'm not sure what it could be whatsoever. But let me know in the comments. Maybe just a little cameo appearance. But this is where they showed him having a tweet like saying like about like some kind of a recommendation to Cody Rhodes of selling the soul to The Rock because you don't know who you're dealing with. Like, this is the man that'll give you some life changing opportunities. But this is where we got uh uh but this is where we got Shinsuke Nakamura. Then you're like, y'all really think like any of you three have a chance? Like, then I'll allow it. Like, or y'all really like doing this opportunity to be humiliated by the horrible champion or the he's like, I'm gonna let it happen. Like, whoever comes out of this going to be made an example out of, which it could be either LA Knight or Carmelo Hayes or even what's his name, Jacob Fatu, whoever that survives here. That says right here, like the other, like LA Knight, I already beaten him before, twice to be exact. Like, and the other dogs will see like what happens when you bite my hand. And then this is where then yeah, the shit's gotta come on because it's like pray that you lose, like or otherwise, what awaits you is like what he said, like nothing but hell. Like he said, like into his last word in Japan in Japanese, which was some of y'all probably asked, like, but Austin, like, how do you know he was saying this in this different type of language? That's because they had subtitles that said in English, which we all know that what it says, like in words, like in our own language, like because that's what we learned, like about our time in our learning days and in our schooling. But anyway, this is where we got Jacob Fatu, and say like, yep, it's where it's like yeah, like I'm not gonna let you down, Solo, like or anybody in the. I'm gonna bring the United States champ to the family. This is where like now, LA Knight, like Carmelo, like you're gonna go get it. Yeah, y'all both gonna get it. Like I said before, and I'll gotta say again, like you. Like y'all might as well stay out here, or I'm gonna beat your ass down to get this. Because I'm gonna be a champion that I'm gonna represent, that I am the most wanted in this country. Like I'm the what he said, like I'm a menace to society. That's what he said. And I was like, yeah, like that's true in a way, but not the way he's explained it here. Like, but in real life, he may have been a menace, and he may have been like and he may have been what's that called, the America's Most Wanted, but not really right now, given the fact why he's here in WWE. And it's like probably like Rikishi said on this off the top podcast. I just said the complete opposite with the P where the T is and the T where the P is. Like if it's toilet paper, but anyway, this is where we got Jacob Fatu saying like, yeah, that U.S. title, like that's coming to me. Like, and I hope y'all are watching, like that Shinsuke, because like you're talking about some dogs. Like I'm a dog out their ass, and this is where the Jacob Fatu came in, came right into the ring. This is where he started trying to sound like his cousin Jimbo and his other cousin main event Jay. Like when they have a little backstage promo segment, like before they head into the ring and entrance. Like where we got Jay Uso into the back entrance or the front entrance with Jimbo or whatever you want to call it, but whatever they're doing. But this is where we got everybody that survived into the qualifier matches came. This is where LA Knight didn't waste no time with him going shrug emoji when he was like trying to go after you, Carmelo, or you, Jacob. This was like, since Jacob is the biggest and the strongest, like I'm gonna take him down first, which may normally sounds logically sensical, but But when it comes to being in the ring, far from that scenario. But this is where Carmelo Hayes came in and prevent LA Knight do more damages onto him. This is where he started taking him out. This is where Jacob Fatu tossed him like if he's still an 8-year-old child. This is where then we got Jacob started hitting some strikes right onto LA Knight. This is where we got Carmelo going for an attack. But this is where we got Jacob Fatu like, well, what are you gonna do? This is where what's his name was kind of taking it back. Carmelo. This is where he stepped right back. This is where LA Knight then hit the pushes Jacob right into Carmelo Hayes, which he showed a tackle with him. Then he started hitting some of his super punches until he gets uppercutted by the Samoan Werewolf. This is where we got Jacob then hitting some repeated headbutts right into the upper right corner side. Then he hits him back first right to the turnbuckle. This is where Jacob then went right to the bottom left side, tried to splash him, but he ends up getting booted right to the face. LA Knight went to the middle ropes, hit a running bulldog. This is where LA Knight's like, yeah, this is my game tonight. This is my opportunity. This is where he hits a mid-rope elbow drop, which I took that confused as a finisher. This is where Jacob then brought him back out to the ring. This is where we got. This is where Jacob Fatu then told him to get his punk ass up to the megastar, former United States champion. This is where he started hitting repeated headbutts onto LA Knight. This is where he's like I thought you were the megastar of the people. I don't sure as hell don't seem like it. I think that you're just a cheap copy of my cousin, the people's champ. This is where then we got Carmelo Hayes going right behind the small werewolf, but this is where he gets spine buster back first right into the apron. He gets immediately headbutted. This is where we got Jacob that gets thrown by LA right into the barricade, but he gets elbow right into the midsection here. And right here, this is where we got Jacob Fatu then counter hits him in the head, but this is where then he sent him right to the bottom right corner side. This is where we got Jacob Fatu to grab onto Carmelo Hayes, but this is where Carmelo Hayes then oh, he's doing pretty good. Yeah, just snoozing right now. But yeah. But here's where we got Carmelo Hayes was going at it with Jacob Fatu, but this is where Jacob Fatu hits a massive, dangerous uppercut right into the head onto Carmelo Hayes. Is where we got LA Knight started kneeing him right to the midsection, left, right, and left, and center. This is where then he hits him face first right into the barricade in the bottom corner, more towards the left side, and then went right towards the right side and hit him right there as well, while rubbing his face as well in the process. But this is where we got LA Knight try to whip him to the bottom right side in particular, but this is where he gets counter gets thrown instead. This is where Mello gets thrown soon after, then hits elbow right into the midsection, starts getting stacked by the werewolf. That's where Jacob had to like I love the delicious taste of flesh in the morning. This is where he tried to go for a crossbody, but this is where both Mello and what's his name? LA Knight moving out of the way. Like we didn't missing both of them. This is where then we got the partial powerful force and all the professional wrestling came on, which was a commercial break. But this is where once you got done the partial adverts, this is where LA Knight it was in on top, which I'm not sure what that means. But it's where Jacob Fatu gets its attack. This is why Chris One fans are chanting Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. But it's what they also showed like what the overalls like of the wrestlers that was in the match with the likes of LA Knight at 88 and then Jacob Fatu at 87, which I was completely stunned that LA Knight was at 88, even though he has more experience than the small werewolf. And also that's more of a big star than Jacob is at the moment. So I guess that's probably like a couple of good reasons why that LA Knight rates more like overalls with Jacob, while Carmelo Hayes at 81. Which some might say like this is probably some horrible statistics. But anyway, this is where we got Jacob Fatu starts stomping repeatedly onto LA Knight. This is where he try to go for a suplex. But it's where once he hits him right into the other side and the upper right corner side and into the diagonal side is where we got LA Knight that gets hit face first right onto the ropes. This is where we got But this is where we got this is where we got Jacob Fatu then start marching around looking like who to be his next victim. But this is where Carmelo Hayes started attacking too. He tried to go for a clothesline, but this is where Jacob Fatu hit the Samoan drop right on to the man that never misses. This is where we got LA Knight came in to save rules that Jacob Fatu would get a shot at Shinsuke Nakamura, which I believe they will be everybody will be rooting for him to win because they would like to have anybody to bring the championship back on the SmackDown show. But this is where we got both Melo and LA Knight then create a mini Timberware alliance, like to work together to take out Jacob Fatu, but they end up getting double clothesline. Like if Jacob it's like his uncle Umaga that did that to John Cena and Randy Orton back 16 years ago when they he went to the top corner side and double close on the Viper and the leader of the C Nation. But this is where we got Jacob Fatu picks up LA Knight. This is where LA Knight counters, kicks him out of the gut, try to go for a blunt force trauma. But Carmelo Hayes then hits a double, instead intercepted, hit a double face breaker right onto both Jacob and Los Angeles. Like, and this is where he goes for a pin on tonight. But this is where he kicks out at 2.1. Carmelo Hayes, like, I cannot believe like how he kicked out, especially in that manner. This is where Carmelo Hayes is like, I know that matters. This is where he tried to go for nothing but net, but this is where LA Knight hits a right hand, try to send it right to the outside. This is where we got I'll say when we leave him at home alone, he does cry. Yeah, Samson does. Went for like when he misses us, and we haven't been home for a little while, and especially when we're out of town. Yeah, like when we go, when we go take care of some family business, he always does. Yeah, does a little whimper and cry. But anyways, this is where we got L.A. Knight then go. This is where then we got LA Knight. Then went on the outside too. Jacob Fatu continued fighting him until they get springboard crossbody on to the former NXT champion. This is where we got Carmelo Hayes and trying to go up in the top rope, but he almost gets stopped by LA Knight. But he turned over the ball and hot shot at him. This is where he hits him with the nothing but net, and maybe this would have been it right here. Like, if it wasn't for Jacob to hit the swanton out of nowhere, right into the upper right corner. So I'm like, where the hell did he been? Like, did he really just teleported up to the top rope? Like, I don't know how he got these teleportation kind of what they call it? These teleportation abilities is where he followed that up with a running hip attack. This is where he throws the This is where he sent Carmelo Hayes to the side with an impaling DDT. This is where he tried to go for a triple dip moonsault, which it was a success. Like, even though this is the only time he got the pin, but once you try to go for a pin, this is where he got took it away from him. With LA Knight took a page out of his arch rival's playbook, sent him onto the outside, go for the pin onto what's his name, onto the guy that's compared by the guy my boy Planet claims that Carmelo Hayes is like, which he got the 3 onto him, 1, 2, 3, and the winner of this match and the number one contender for the United States champion, LA Knight. Yeah. Or yeah. And yeah, And when do you think when they're going to have this match between Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship? Let me know down in the comment section right now. And I was like, yeah, it's 3, not 2, not 1. But this is where we got Cody Rhodes got some more advice from wrestlers backstage that he known for a long time. But this time it was much more opposite of the Miz next. This is where he's like, you think we're going to we're gonna sell your soul to the Rock. Like, what that's really this whole thing is about. And Cody was like I just don't know right now. And then CM Punk's like, you're gonna tell the world like what does he got to possibly offer you right now? Like what do you think? This was like, as a matter of fact, he was like, what would a young Cody Rhodes would be doing right now? He's like I know what a young CM Punk would do right now. I'm like, either way, what would the young version of yourself? But talking about it, like, it does give me some of these good memory vibes of like since I've been watching these guys since I was like 5 years old. Like with me being a fan of these guys of Cody and Punk. like, and now watching them like with Cody's in his damn near 40s, and what's his name? CM Punk is in his again. CM Punk was in his already in his 40s, like in his mid late 40s, like so, and still a fan of them to this day. Like yeah, like it does sounds pretty interesting and and also absolutely intriguing. Like to hear this from someone like the guys that I used to watch, like with my brother, like back in the good old days in the late ruthless aggression era and the early modern PG era days. But it's where the CM Punk's like, I would have taken that part. I would have taken any opportunity that I must have, like that I desire to have, like main event WrestleMania, be the biggest star in the world, and have a bigger, and most importantly, have a no, have a bigger opportunity and become the largest champion in the mix of being a champ. This is where they start teasing, like if Cody Rhodes does happen to does have the does so he's gonna make it count and make this one hell of a run of being the Rock's corporate champion. But yeah, even though this kind of sounds a little bit cringy, which I'm gonna talk more about that later. But yeah, like this is a very interesting question, but I think that yeah, he's yeah. Well, but we're seeing like I'm gonna tell you, as far as those like what, but I now come to remember it, like, I never had an offer like that to myself. Like, and I know everybody been giving you advice all night long, but I don't have no love for Dwayne, but but I would like to see you take that offer, like in an interesting way. Like with him, like looking like he's not encouraging him, but like him personally, but him like as professionally, you would like to see him take that offer because, like like he wants you to take that off and shine it up very good, because all those opportunities, like trying to, and he's like, and I want to take it put it sideways and taking it. This is where he said the Rock's catchphrase, like back in his prime when he was like a full time competitor. He used to say in the attitude there, like shine it up, and again, shove it up his Hollywood candy ass. And yeah, that's what his words. That's what he said, and not mine. But his word then fans like that. And this is what fans start saying. You tell Punk. And this was like, we like got his because father, like, and you want to keep his legacy alive, like, but you keep do you, like, I'm not trying to influence you. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna win the Women's Chamber, and I'll see you in WrestleMania, champ. And this is where then we got Cody Rhodes and head out to the ring because he wants to discuss about like what just went down last week, which is very insane to talk about. But but uh but what are your thoughts onto this little teaser here? Do you think this is gonna lead up in anything yet to do with these two for WrestleMania? And CM Punk finally gets his dream of main eventing WrestleMania in this capacity? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And I sure hope that is gonna be the case this year, like which was put on hold for the next 12 months. But it seems like it's not gonna be this time around. He's gonna finally go get a shot at the main event spot, even if it's without the championship, which I'm gonna get into just a moment.
Hey, that's it. Mate, my tent is darker than Noah's. Look at Noah's tent.
But this is where we got Cody Rhodes on the microphone. This is where we got what else? This is where Michael Cole was in the interview. He was like yeah, like he was in the in-ring interview with Cody Rhodes. Is where he's like, now, like, Cody, like you gotta find the opportunity, like this. Like, and this is where I believe Michael Cole either made a huge mistake, blunder, or not. This is where he's like, yeah, like there's gonna be somebody that's in that locker room that's gonna be in the main event of winning the WWE title, which gave me some huge speculation feelings about like it could maybe CM Punk if he's gonna be for the main event. But this is where then he was like, just less than 24 hours. Cody, you had to make a decision, like whether you're gonna sell out, like you get to the Rock. Like, but let's make a picture. Like the Cody Rhodes that I've known for over 20 years and knew, like will never ever would take this option no matter what. Like you scratched and clawed to get to this point of being WWE champion. Those are your words, Cody. Like get to this moment, like the guts to get to this moment, like the force to bring you back, like it make you be a bigger star than you ever before. Like he's like, and yeah, you and I both know that you earned yourself those opportunities at WrestleMania, and you finished your story last year. Now, like you represent all these people here in this, and again, everybody in the WWE. This is what fans are kind of like, yeah, that's absolutely true. This is where then Cody Rhodes was like, yeah, I can't. Not that fact. This is where he waved to the crowd. This is where this is where the fans like I want to bring up what could may happen, Cody. Like if like you do accept this offer that the Rock's up. The fans are chanting Rocky sucks. Like if this was 2024 all over again, like if he's taking his opportunity to fight Roman Reigns for the title, just where they're doing Cody Rhodes like just real quick, like I know, like you got these questions that I don't have to ask questions so I don't sure if I should answer. There's what Michael's like there's where Michael Cole not was taking no for an answer, just where the saying like that's what go like I know like we've been going like you got questions, I know why I have those questions. And this where then Michael Cole's like, I hate to say this to you, but you're trying to reflect right now. Oh, yeah, glad to hear that, man. Yeah. But anyway, this is where we got Michael Cole's like, yeah, but the bottom line is this, like, you understand his offers, like, you have it all, like, you have everything, all the money in the world, like, which kind of sounds similar when The Rock was guest stars on that, on the Corey in the House series on Disney Channel, which I'm not sure if I should mention this right now, but the fact that The Rock was guest stars on it, and Michael Cole mentioned it about The Rock saying, you got all the money in the world, like, that kind of reminds me of that, where Corey Baxter, like, imagine like that he made a lot of money in the world, like with a product that the Rock helped endorse him to put out there for everybody to buy, like. And they imagine like they start doing the money dance, like saying like we got all the money, like money dance, like we got all the money in the world or whatnot. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of that. But this way we got this is where Michael Cole's like you can like yeah, like Rock will make sure that you have any opportunity to have any title matches that the way you want it to be, like anytime, any place, anywhere, like in any any fit. Like you can defend the title like only on big stages like WrestleMania, like so like his cousin has done with this title. And this was like, hey, like this way he started putting out the right, like with him like being like a part-time champion rather than being like a people's champion. But this is where it's like, hey, like he can put you out on the board with him, like in the TKO, like like you could be you can run this part. You can be part owners with this place. Like if the Rock have anything to do with it, like you can do anything. Like you can you can like you will no longer be a part of live events on small towns and Europe and even other places in America. Like no more European Cup for 3 weeks. Like hell, like listen to this. Like you can get rid of that bus that you ride and tour. Like you can be right at home with your wife Brandy and your daughter Liberty. Like whenever you wanted to. Like and like wait a minute. I've been told that there's something that's been presented to you from the final boss himself, which it was something, and it was a and it was what that the what Raptor truck? It was Cody Rhodes like no, he did not got my dream truck, and it was what was the Rock called it? Like, well, it was a red truck with Cody Rhodes' American Nightmare logo in the front, the back, and the side. The front, the sides. Like this was like, hey, Cody, like Toronto, like Like The Rock is coming tomorrow. Like I can't wait to be on board. I'm about to fly right now with importing a video. And this was like, yeah, this is gonna be a big, big night, which sounds like when my father like says like big, big, which I believe this is the I say even though he didn't know who this man was, but this is like a tribute paying like for him to say this like on this special day, like onto your boy SNA's late father. You know what I'm saying? Big, big. He kind of reminded when he asked me for a big, big favor, like saying, can you do me a big, big, big favor for anything in the world? Like it sounds very funny, like when it comes to me like mentioning this, or it'd be even more hilarious, like when if you heard him even say these words. But it's where we got cause like I know you're gonna be doing the right thing. I know that you are gonna be doing the right thing. And this where he's like, and he's like, Cody, I do right the enjoy the new gift. It's a Raptor truck, like which I'll say that that's the one thing I knew it was a Raptor truck, like with me like I'm just trying to think what he said, but it was that like yeah, it has your name on it, it has your logo, like it's a cause like I made sure like put it all like it makes it all badass and whatnot, like and this could all be yours, like if you make the right decision, and I know you're gonna be making the right decision, like and I know that like you're trying to make a major legacy for your father that's right up there up in the heavens, like like Dusty Rhodes, like I've been talking to him all week long about you're gonna be making that right decision. And he told me that you've been talking to him too. Get the final possible thing. Like Cody Rhodes, like you're like Hojo Simpson, like his favorite rock artist. And he and this where then he started singing one of his songs lyrics, like on the verse of the song, which I've totally forgot what he sounds like. This is where The Rock was like, yeah, it's like making a big old pot of coffee, though, like, but it don't have no cream. Like, yeah, Cody Rhodes, you're that cream. I'm the coffee, you're the cream. Hopefully, that's not a racial joke, but even if it was, like, I don't think it's anything racist. But yeah, it was just something funny, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. Just a little funny, like saying like that he adds that sweetness into the delicious morning warm beverage to wake you up in the early day to start your day off with. This is where then he started taking quotes from the Powerpuff Girls ingredients to how they were being made, which was sugar spikes and everything nice. Like if he's either Professor Utonium, maybe been watching some Powerpuff Girls like over the week, like with his daughters, like which they must be a massive fan. But here's where then we got let him know on this video that was like when on his Titantron, like when he was stepping out of his car, when he was about to get in this private jet, I guess you could say. He was like, yeah, like we could do that tomorrow night in the Elimination Chamber, like in Toronto, Canada. Like I'll be waiting all night long to wait one thing, just one little thing. And this where then he said his catchphrase, saying, if you're some man, the fans start saying along with him. This where then he's like, The Rock will get to get the roof will go off that stadium. Like The Rock walks out, like and he's gonna walk to you, Cody Rhodes. Like he's gonna open his arm, like he's gonna praise me, like it's gonna be your brother, the final boss. He's like, now and, and you're gonna honor. And he's like, and I'm gonna honor you as my champion, and like you're gonna present me your soul. Like if he's a very up close friendly devil that thinks that you're gonna take his that's going to be taking his that's going to be taking his offer that anything he gives him, but some just tells me otherwise. But anyways, this is where we got The Rock was like Cody Rhodes, like I want to make your dreams come true. The final boss will make all those dreams come true, even if the things you don't know, like it's your dream, like every opportunity, like we're never thought of, like it's gonna come true. Like The Rock will immediately make that happen. Like you and your he's like, this will be you and your amazing wife, like, and even your little adorable daughter Liberty. Like they're gonna be a privilege of me. Like I'm gonna make all their dreams come true. Why would you? Like just tomorrow night in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, we will make history, and you will indeed, present me your soul, and and you'll become my champion as well. Like, and it is where The Rock then presented him another gift. Is where he's like I hold on to this a long time now. Like this where it was a little leather belt like that, something that's similar to that he whipped him with back a year ago. But it was like a but it's something that he probably had like a little bit a while after that. Like, it was a leather belt that says Cody Soul, like, and then at the bottom it has the date of June 11, 2015. And for those that are unaware, I it's the same date of the passing of Cody Rhodes' father, the late Dusty Rhodes. Yeah. It was the American Dream himself. That was his date of his passing. This is where he let him know that. This is where he's like, yeah. He's like, and he let him know that he loved him, and that's where he's like, I love you, brother. And this where he said, all right, see you tomorrow, bye bye. This where, and that's where then the fans are chanting, don't give up your soul," like to Cody Rhodes. But while the live broadcast was slowly coming to an end. And yeah, that was basically your full SmackDown review. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if so, please make sure to big thumbs up button. And if you ask me how I felt about SmackDown, I would say 4.5 for sure, except for a couple of things about the outside interference with the tag team match between the Profits and Los Garza that never happened, and the finish with Carmelo Hayes and Braun Strowman, even though it did hop into the story, so I'm not gonna give too much of a negative opinion. I'm just gonna give my opinion of saying that I'm not sure if this should have ever happened in the first place. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for now, Assassinators. Thank you guys for watching, and I sure hope you Assassinators enjoyed the video. And if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, considering hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA content. And don't forget, like, I do have my predictions right here, which I'm gonna talk about right here. Start in my first prediction segment that I want to talk about. Let's start off with drum roll, please. Is the women's elimination chamber match, and this could be anybody's game. But with Alexa Bliss proving that by tonight's SmackDown, but somehow we're going to be seeing some friendly outside distractions with the Wyatt Six with Alexa Bliss, which that could help her, which that could get her eliminated immediately. With her getting eliminated with someone like, I don't know, Roxanne Perez, I guess, to get her over. And then this is where her and Bailey start going at it, when Bailey probably gets free. Like with me, predicting that Roxanne will take on Alexa Bliss, and then the best way to not really fully bury her, like just to get her out of the match so she won't lose in a very humiliating way. And also with her getting squashed by the true winner, we get to see her putting over Roxanne here. Then Bailey start going at it. Then we'll see eventually Liv Morgan and Naomi and Bianca Belair start coming in to surround her, only to see the returning Jay Cargo coming in there and then scaring off Naomi. This is where it could help probably Liv Morgan to push Naomi right into the Bianca Belair, when Jay Cargill shouts out to Bianca, like, don't trust her. Like, she's the one that attacked me. I can put me on the shelf for a while. And this is where Bianca Belair will be confused. This is where she will not know how to react. This is where we can see, Liv Morgan pushes Naomi right onto Bianca Belair. This is where we got Liv Morgan will probably hit the Bolivian to immediately eliminate her out of the match. Then Jay Cargill will chase after Naomi. And this is where the match will still keep going. This is where we'll see Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan start going at it, and fighting for the privileges of facing Rhea Ripley for her Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And this is where we can see what happened. What happened next? I would say, what's her name? We can see. We can do it this way, how about Bailey will eventually eliminate Roxanne Perez, and once Bailey look like she's about to be a couple inches away from winning, this is where we see Roxanne Perez will attack her and cost her the win, which will give either Liv or Bianca Belair, like the W, just where it will lead up into Liv and Bianca, which Liv Morgan will probably think she has the upper hand, and even some outside interference with Raquel, only for it to backfire on her. Bianca Belair will probably find her way to I hit her with a KOD, like with right onto in the middle of the canvas. 1, 2, 3, facing Rhea Ripley or either Scott, depending on who's going to win on the post-show Raw Women's World Championship match on the show. But my final prediction goes to Bianca Belair, like is going to be the winner and the number one contender for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania 41, was it? Yeah. Next up, we got the women's. We got the tag team women's tag team match between women's champion Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus teaming up against the team of Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. And this is going to be something like to highlight both Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, considering that what's her name's a rising breakout star, Tiffy is, while Trishy is as a hometown star. So like in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So they, regardless, definitely need this moment much more than the latter, I guess you could call them. But I think it's not going to be an easy win, of course. There's going to be some typical heel stuff, like with Nia and what's her Candice LeRae was doing everything they're doing, probably do anything in their power, everything and anything in their power to prevent these two to have their little moment, and it'll end up going backfire onto them. Then we can see this is where we can see the we'll see this is where we can see like it could be Tiffany Stratton could be the one that's being squashed by being beaten down until Tiffany Stratton tagged in Trish Stratus, the hometown hero, of making a comeback, and then this was their signature finisher. Only for someone like Nia Jax to stop her, but somehow they'll take her out, take her down. This is where we can see Trish Stratus will have a little bit of a moment of hitting the running bulldog onto Candice LeRae. Then Tiffany Stratton hits the prettiest moonsault to get the 1, 2, 3. My final prediction, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus are the winners of this tag team match. And and it's very interesting to see like what's next for these two. Like, well, we all know for Tiffany Stratton's scenario because she got the Charlotte Flair at the end of April at WrestleMania. But we could see like Trish could have a WrestleMania match at against Nia Jax, which could be like either at night 1 or night 2, the opposite of what Tiffy and Charlotte Flair's gonna fight on. And it's where we can see somewhat of revenge for Nia Jax. Take on Trish Stratus, which will be the second ever match that's going to be non-title related, which I hope that will be the case. While Naomi and Jay Cargo wrestle on the other night, but let me know about that in the comments. But before we continue on the predictions on the matches, let's talk about like a segment that we're going to probably likely going to be, which I believe that. The final boss is going to call out Cody Rhodes like he did last week on SmackDown. This is where then he's going to ask him, did he made his decision? What he's going to do is he's going to take The Rock's offer of being his champion, his corporate champion, and he's going to he's going to get him anything that he wants as long as he give him his soul. Like if he's if he's a wrestling demon or the devil himself. This is where we got what's his name. Cody Rhodes is like, I appreciate the offer, and it does sound like a very unrefusable offer. And then this he'll try to reason with The Rock, saying like he's not, don't take this the wrong way, and there's nothing against him, but he's gonna have to decline. Which The Rock looked like he's gonna be okay with it, but. Well, sooner, fast forward, we can see the complete opposite happening with. But this is where we can see where Cody Rhodes will say, "I'm afraid." Like no, and this is where he's like, what the answer will be. Where it look like we'll give like a long 5-second of expense of what answer he's going to give the final boss, which it will be no. And then this is where The Rock was like, looking stunned, shocked, like saying, like, I thought you would want to be my champion, and you would want any favors from your final boss himself or whatnot. It's where then we'll see Cody Rhodes give out the reasons they don't want me to be the champion. They know what you're trying to do here. And I'll be damned and I doubt that you were this is where then he'll say he was like, and I don't want to be ashamed to my father in this, but of leading this legacy to something that would be easy to be given rather than be presented the honest way. And then this is where then he walks right out. This is where Rock will be stunned, but this won't probably be the last time we'll see the final boss. But let's move on. We got the unsanctioned match, which I believe they're going to be doing all kinds of over the extreme stuff to one another, which there's not going to be no type of restrictions that's going to take away from them. Like they're just going to keep continuing to beat the holy hell out of each other. Just nothing's not going to stop them. That's not going to hold them back. Nothing's not going to control them. Like they're And it is where then we could. It is where they're gonna do every extreme thing. This is where we'll see that Kevin Owens will try to attempt to go for a pile driver, which he was trying to do to try to put him out of commission and uh, try to put Sammy's wife and kids in a helpless spot, while Sami Zayn will try to prevent that as much as he can. And then this is where we can see and that's where you see Sami Zayn doing the same with his family. Could be unforgiving to Sammy, but he had to do what he got to do. Well, at least in kayfabe, that is, of course. This is where, but at the end of the match, with probably both men going back in the ring, this is where we can see Kevin Owens could do exactly what he plans on doing to Sammy and try to end him for good and try to end his career, if not his whole life, with that package power driver, spiking him right on his head and neck. Only to see the shocking return of Randy Orton, way more than RKO out of nowhere. This, where we can see Randy Orton doing so, in the process of his return, RKO and him helping out Sami Zayn, hits a luva kick right in the face. Even though I was thinking that this is gonna end in a no contest, but but what rumors speculating that Randy Orton's return is imminent. This could be the perfect place for him to make that return. And he could start things off with with Kevin Owens, while Sami Zayn could go to WrestleMania against Karrion Kross, where they could start slowly turning Sammy heel, what the story's been saying right here with been telling with Karrion Kross, continue to harass the poor former Intercontinental Champion. But yeah, but we're just gonna have to wait and see if that will be accurate. But yeah, but my final prediction: Sami Zayn is gonna win this unsanctioned match. Even though I'm hoping that there's gonna be some changes, where we can see Sammy take on Kevin Owens in the rematch. Would this match end up in a no contest? Would neither man put them out of would both men will beat each other so much to a point that they'll fall off of, a top box structure and fall right through a table, which there are gonna be plenty of holy sugar honey iced tea chants, which I'll probably if they do start saying that, which is gonna be uncensored on Peacock, which I'm gonna tell you that they say the other word we're gonna use right now. But anyways, let's move on to the next one, the final match, which will be the men's elimination chamber match, which is gonna which we're gonna which is gonna feature Seth Rollins, CM Punk, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest. And I think things gonna start things off with Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, and they're gonna kind of tease that they could be fighting at WrestleMania, which I hope that's not gonna be the case. Let's be honest, it doesn't seem like a showcase of the Immortals kind of feud, and even Drew McIntyre probably knows that. But I hope that they buried down the rumors about that's been speculated online on to this caliber, and then we see Drew McIntyre be the one to eliminate Damian Priest earlier in the night. This is where we can see this is where we see everybody will be in the match. This is where we can see like someone like I don't know, like CM Punk eliminating Seth Rollins or somebody. Yeah, eliminating him. This is where the Seth Rollins try to get some revenge by curb stomping him, like not just on the canvas, but also on the concrete floor, like somebody did the Roman Reigns on the Simple Steel Steps last month at the Royal Rumble. Speaking of the OTC, this is where we can see the shocking return. This is where he will start chasing them after him and try to seek some revenge onto Seth Rollins on what he did to him about exactly a month ago. This is where then we get. But this is where we could see someone like Logan Paul could eliminate the either him or Drew McIntyre or someone like that. What was it?
Where'd she go? Hello? Hello?
But anyways, yeah, I think we could see that happening.
It's not fucking funny, bro. What's in your fucking face? Keep you in your head.
What was it? Oh yeah,
This way fucking go. Fuck both of y'all, bro. Why ain't you fucking look? No.
I,
Fuck both of y'all.
what was it? It was yeah, I'll say I'll say Logan Paul. I'll say he'll probably get eliminated by CM Punk. And then I think this is where we can see Drew McIntyre eliminate CM Punk after getting attacked by Seth Rollins. This is where it will lead up into Drew McIntyre and John Cena, which I'm trying to think like what would be the perfect scenario here. Maybe it looked like we could see Drew McIntyre win, like with him getting the offense in on the Cena, like just saying like I'm gonna make you wish that you never automatically qualify yourself in this match in the first place, or something like that. This is where he started. This is where he started screaming right into the face of John Cena. This is where he was about to go for a Claymore, only for Cena to dodge out of the way, picks him up, hits the double A's right onto Drew McIntyre, goes for the pin, 1, 2, 3, and walks out of there as your winner and gonna challenge Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. So my final prediction, John Cena wins the men's elimination chamber number one contenders match for Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship. But yeah, but this is where that's not all yet, because this is where we'll hear somebody's music start playing, and it'll be none other than The Rock. Like, if you're somehow, and this is where we give him a look, about some kind of a look like that, about some kind of an offering kind of reviews, perhaps souls that are going to be involved, and maybe we could tease like a heel turn John Cena, which I'm not sure if I'll be all in for this idea. I mean, I wouldn't mind for a Cena heel turn, but if it was like a couple of years ago, maybe so. But yeah, we're just gonna have to speculate that like on a future day. But this is all my predictions are but this is all my predictions of Elimination Chamber tomorrow on March 1st, 2025. And do you agree with me on any of these predictions, or do you have your own type of predictions that's gonna be that's gonna be more accurate than mine? I'm just gonna throw it out there. What could be interesting, what could be the case of scenario, what could be a good storytelling moment, in situations, which I can guarantee you that we will be seeing the return of Jade Cargill and what's her name, or Jade Cargill and what's his name, Roman Reigns, and also a couple of the winners that's going to be on tomorrow night's pay-per-view. Make sure to check that out, because I will be making a post pay-per-view review podcast, which are going to be expecting me to do, which is going to be Elimination Chamber, which is going to be my Elimination Chamber review video in 2025. And also, I will be making a AEW Collision review video as well. Make sure you also check that out. Which the only matches that's been announced is the Undisputed Kingdom's Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy Strong taking on FTR's Uncle Dax DX and Uncle Cash the Flash, and the TNT Championship match between Daniel Garcia and Adam Cole, baby. And I hope that y'all enjoy that as well, along with Elimination Chamber. And for those that only gonna watch one, let me know in the comments. Are you gonna be watching AEW Collision or Elimination Chamber? Which your boy SNA, y'all already know that we're going to be watching. Your boy SNA is going to be watching both and making a review podcast about it right here on here. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for now, Assassinators. I hope that you guys are having a phenomenal Friday, and also, yeah, make sure to check out my wrestling news video as well, hours before I will be making the review videos, which will be the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories, rumors that you assassinators need to know, which will be on the, which will probably be on the, maybe the, what was it, the Wrestling Inc. article, but yeah, like I will be, I will be making those videos tomorrow, and make sure to check it out. Yeah, make sure to have a safe and phenomenal Friday, and I'll see you next time with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye-bye, my assassinators. Y'all take care and have a wonderful night. Peace.